Nothing wrong with a little bit of Miami Vice on a Saturday afternoon, Dougie. Um,
Yeah,
what's going on, Dougie?
not a
You
whole lot. Just
sound,
testing out a new mic.
yeah, it sounds good to me, man.
I
I don't
don't
know.
sound different. Or
It does a
I,
little
I,
different.
I totally sound different.
It is a little different, but I'm gonna wait for chat to get on in. We'll get their opinion on whether
Be
or
like,
not
yeah,
you're.
we don't like Dougie anymore. His voice sounds horrible.
Yeah, fuck him. Get him off the show. This is your excuse, MLH. We've been emailing you back and forth for like
It's like seeing
months now.
somebody after they've shaved when they've had a beard the whole time you known them. Then they shave and you're like, yeah, I don't like them anymore. They look
Yeah, fuck
stupid.
this. Yeah. No, I do have something to talk about. One thing I'm gonna tease, Dougie. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a little disclaimer before we start the show, or not tomorrow, Monday. When we start DT Monday, I'll have to tease the show. You guys are gonna want to make sure and be here on Monday because I have something to say. And usually when I have something to say, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I'll have something a little something to say because I got a little miffed at something that I caught wind of, Dougie, and well, I have to
Why?
bring
What
up,
did
huh?
I say? I said, why? What did I say?
Oh, it's not you, Dougie. It's not you. No, I definitely have something to say.
Huh.
It was much funnier when Dougie's mic was broke. The Rib guy says, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's a direct slam on Dougie." Rib.
Yeah. My voices won't sound the same. You'll be like, who's this dude? That's
What
not
the fuck
Marcia
is this,
Meadows.
man? No, that's not.
Who
I
the
mean,
hell is
this
that?
it's totally different, and I don't like it.
Yeah. How
What's up,
dare you
Susan
mess with
P?
Marcia Meadows' voice?
Right, Susan P is in the house. Brandon James in the house. What's up, my man? CBF says you can't even stay off for one day. Well, I had important things to do. CBF. I had um, the comment show earlier, which I do every Saturday. Plus, now we gotta test Dougie's mic. But I
Yeah.
actually have something to talk about here in a minute, Dougie.
Okay.
Um, let's see. So, what's up, Joko? CBF says my Dougie is watching. Cinderella's in the house says it's better, sir. So your mic is looking. Is it sounding better? I mean, I think it sounds better. I think.
Oh no, I can't hear it.
Well, of course, Dougie. You got headphones on?
No.
Well, that's why you can't hear it. Let's see. So let us know in the chat if Dougie's mic is you know if it needs to be raised in volume, lowered in volume, whatever. Because from what I'm hearing, his volume's a little less than mine. But Susan P says it sounds good. Double MLH today. I like it. Stinky Cat says. Well, thank you very much.
Mine should be way louder than yours.
Why?
I don't know.
I one for Dougie and two for MLH. Whose mic should be louder in chat? That would be funny.
Yours should be
Um,
louder.
CBF says it sounds better. It does sound better. It's taken 10 years off. Oh man.
Well, back when I was
Did you get your milk and cookies, Dougie? Milk and
yeah,
crackers.
yeah. I
Oh
like milk
man.
and chocolate chip cookies.
No, milk and crackers, man. Dougie's is about 12% lower, so you might raise yours a little bit up. Um, you know. Anyways, what's up, Becky? Becky's in
Raise
the
mine
house.
up.
Yeah, yours raised a little bit. I can tell just by looking at the sound wave of the avatars that yours is slightly below mine. Not by much, though. No, I didn't do it
Leave
intentionally.
it alone.
Yeah.
Leave it
Maybe
alone.
you could raise it a little bit if you can. Let me see if I can. Okay. Automatically adjust mic. Bang. Okay, we're good there. Let's see if mine is good. This is mostly a test, but you guys are gonna want to stick around. I got I have some stuff to say. We're gonna listen to a clip. What's up, Swancho? Nice to have you in here. I'm glad you got your mic, Dougie, but I have to admit, I love reading your one-liners in the chat. Swatcher. We won't know if Dougie's mic really works until he sings Buffalo Hump. Oh, here we go. There's the ultimate test, Dougie.
I forgot the lyrics.
How much are you gonna pay him, Stinky Cats?
All right.
Here we go.
It's hard to get in that voice sometimes, you know.
Cinderella says, I'm deaf.
I got the buffalo hump. Or it's he's got the buffalo hump, huh?
Yeah, not I'm. He's got the buffalo hump on the back of his neck. Oh man. Cinderella says, I'm deaf and it's crisper. So that's cool. I know it sounds better, does it not? It's like cool. A much better quality mic. So that's really, really good.
Oh, does Marcia Meadows sound better?
Go back to your day job, Dougie.
Go back to the little rinky dink
the little GoPro.
Oh.
Buffalo hump. He's got a buffalo hump. He's got a buffalo hump that Becky sings about sometimes. Ooh.
I know he's more famous for that song than I am.
I know, man.
And I'm the one that wrote the damn thing.
I know. Sounds perfect, Stinky Cat says. Mater, what's up?
It's like, well, who was the guy that originally wrote The Candyman?
Oh, yeah. And then it became famous later, like with someone else, right?
With Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Everybody just thought it was his song, like it was his hit. And it was like the dude that wrote the song, sang the song. He's basically a footnote.
Okay, so I guess let me play this clip, Dougie. Hold on. We got to rewind just a little bit. Now, let me set this up. Somebody's getting ready to go to jail, Dougie. I don't know who.
Oh, really?
Oh, this was from the day before, Dougie, from his stream.
So are you saying that he's not going to make it to the 26th?
Oh, he's making it to the 26th, but this clip will explain it all, Dougie. Let me play it. Well, it's about a minute and a half or two long. I just want to get the gist of it, and then we'll talk about it since we're here. But like I said, if you're just joining, this is basically a test for Dougie's mic. But I do want to discuss one thing here, and then letting everybody know you're going to want to be here for Monday's show because I might have a little bit of a rant to go on Monday because I'm a little perturbed at something that I'll talk about on Monday. Give me a couple of days to stew on it, and it'll be really, really good. All right, here we go, Dougie. This is dumbass explaining something here. Okay.
I was just like snooping around, and money. You're totally prepared for this. I figured you guys are like fucking mountain men. Tim and Bob are like mountain men, man. They got that. Like fucking 30 hours without power, no problem. We got this. That's when they shine. Yeah, I miss some snow. I would love to see some snow. I would love to have some snow right now and be in the snow, and I can't wait to get this ankle monitor off. It's gonna be hard to not accept a plea deal on Thursday. It's gonna be really hard. I'm being honest with all of y'all. I'm being honest with you guys. At least for the felonies. I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. On Monday, I'll triple check. Well, I have the lawsuits now. No, I don't think the plea deal will influence the lawsuit. because it's kind of separate.
All right, that's enough, Dougie. So what are your initial impressions of what he said there? Because there's a lot in that short amount of time that he spoke there, Dougie.
Well, one, it's like he keeps talking like there's a plea deal.
That's absolutely correct, Dougie. He keeps talking like there's a plea deal.
And he keeps saying that it's going to be really hard for him not to accept the plea deal.
Yes.
So he's going to come out of there saying that a plea deal was offered to him and he didn't accept it. And that makes him a better man, a bigger man, because he's standing up. When in all reality, there's none of that going on at all. And thank God we have people like Becky that are going to be in there to come back out and tell us the truth rather than his version of the truth, which is not the truth.
Right. So you hit on a couple of things there, Dougie. Clyde Barker Moses said, "What's up, Moses? Nice to have you in here, buddy. Thank you for being a Monster Squad member. Same with you, Rib Guy and Stinky Cat. I really, really appreciate it. And Club Brain Fog. Thank you." She says, "What is he on this time?" Who knows, CBF. What's up, Liquid Silk? Nice to have you in here as always. Okay, so a lot to unpack here, Dougie. The first thing is exactly right. He's acting like there's a plea deal on the table, and it's just a matter of him accepting it or not, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the case. Okay. But Bella Peterson, who's in there, welcome, Bella. Thank you for being a Monster Squad member. After attacking others for taking a plea deal, he's so obnoxious. Well, look, Bella, I'm not one like I'm one to say, and I've said it several times on my channel before. If you're innocent, you never take a plea deal, right? Never. You never take a plea deal. The only time you should ever consider a plea deal, in my opinion, that's just my opinion. I don't speak for Dougie or anybody else on DT or on the channel or whatever, or anybody in chat. The only time, in my opinion, that you accept a plea deal is if you are guilty of a crime. That's it. That's it. Adam Carmona's in there. He says Dougie's mic is so fancy, it's a Michael.
yeah, I've been over here petting it. So
yeah. Well, there you go.
It's like damn, it's about the size of a freaking Jackmaster.
Right. So yeah, last I heard from the DA, he wasn't interested in offering a plea deal. That's the latest intel that I got. No plea deal. But I agree with Becky here. I think the DA might offer a plea deal. It ain't going to be to Slappy's liking, so he will not take it. But there's another thing he did in that little clip, Dougie. He hedged his bets, right? So even if there is no plea deal, he's just going to say, "Oh, they offered a plea deal and I didn't take it because I'm, righteous and blah blah blah." Just what you were saying.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Just what you were saying, Dougie.
Yeah.
But if it's enticing enough, if it keeps him out of the majority of what he could be facing, which if you add up all the charges, it could be 20 years, right? So he's really taking a chance if he goes to trial. Now, I happen to think that he would be found guilty if it went to trial, and it would be 2 to 6 years, somewhere in that range, right? But maybe the DA is offering a year and a half. No, he can't. It has to be a minimum of 2 years. 2 years, 1 year, or 2-year probation. You stay away from whatever the case is, and he really did, instead of going through a trial, the embarrassment of a trial, and the embarrassment of acting like his own lawyer, and the embarrassment of looking as fat as he looks, and people reporting on how ugly he is and mean-spirited inside and out.
Yeah.
Then maybe that's the right play, Dougie. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I also got something else out of it, but I'll let you keep talking about this part of it.
Yeah.
But that's another part that kind of bothered me a little bit.
So, what do you call it? Becky says something here too. Maybe a plea deal to appease the judge, but it will work. But will it work in his favor? See, that's the thing. It's not going to be a plea deal that he wants, right? It might be 3-4 years. And because I mean, if you think about it, I mean, it could be up to what, 20 years. So maybe the prosecutor's like, oh, I'll offer a plea deal, maybe 4 years and 5 years probation, you know, something like that, or 4 and 4. And in which case, you know, he probably still should think about it, because I mean that's a big difference, 4 to 20. I mean that judge could stack those charges, Dougie. You know, he could say, yeah, you're serving them consecutive.
I mean, you're basically going to Las Vegas or Reno and going in playing the Russian or playing the roulette wheels or pulling the slot machines, because you're gambling at that point, you know.
Yeah.
You go to court like that, you're gambling whether they're going to find you guilty, innocent, and then if they find you guilty, what are they going to, you know, what is the sentence going to be?
Well, that's the big question. I mean, I don't think there's any question he's going to be guilty on at least 3 of them. We discussed this ad nauseum, and I think it's mostly like most likely 4, maybe all of them, Dougie, depending on the jury. You know what I mean? I mean, if he wants to take his chances with the jury, I mean, I know he's guilty. We all know he's guilty of at least 2, or actually, he for sure is guilty of 3 or 4 of them. You know,
we'll look at this, and you know that the prosecuting attorney, he's going to present this.
Yeah,
and it's going to be his own footage that he'll be presenting. I mean, he may present some other people's footage too. We don't know that. I don't know that anyways, but you know, most likely he's going to be showing. I mean, he's already done it already in one of the court hearings. So if he shows any footage where he's walking around the blue building and he's yelling and screaming and cursing and saying the stuff we've seen him say, if they have any of the footage of him at La Poubelle when he's saying stuff,
yeah,
that's not going to look good, and that's going to influence the jury to see this guy in another light than the way he's trying to portray himself in court, because he's going to try to portray himself as the cute little fat boy with the blue eyes that all the ladies love.
Yep.
I you know, they just want to eat my cat, and it's so, and Church of Scientology, they just, you know, they've just been after me, and all I want to do is help people. You know, he'll butter it right up, dude.
Oh yeah. See, that's what he's relying on, right? Oh, I could bring up the Jazzy Cat thing, but might I? Oh, here's something else you didn't see, Dougie. Hold on, let me bring this up. He did a post. This is his post that I'm gonna put up here, and there's nothing he can fucking do about it. So you can cry all you want to. Let me bring this up. So this is his post, Dougie. Let me bring it up here. And I want your reaction. I showed this on the comment show earlier, but check this out. When you know you made the right decision, get in my belly, Jazzy. So he's there posting a meme about Jazzy getting eaten, right? But that's okay. Nobody else can do that.
It is funny. I find it funny. I mean,
I find it funny too.
But he can't play both sides. He can't play being the victim, that we're victimizing him, talking about eating Jazzy, and then him turn around and do the same thing, and that it's not that, oh, it's okay. No, dude. You know, we are not going to eat the cat, and we don't even freaking talk about the cat other than when you talk about the cat. We like Jazzy. Jazzy's a cool cat. But
yeah, we're
Scott's
see,
not a cool cat.
no, and I don't think it really bothers him when people
No,
talk
he could
about
care less
Jesse.
about that cat.
Yeah, he could give a shit.
If he could leave ducklings behind to die, come on.
Yeah, then this won't offend him, will it, Dougie?
No,
this picture of Jazzy and
he could really care less.
Yeah, that's right. He
Well,
could
I'll
care
tell you
less.
the ones that offend him is the ones of him that we show of him being fat.
Oh, all the time. Well, you mean the actual pictures of him where every picture you look at, he just gets bigger and bigger?
And how we portray him.
Yeah. What a crybaby. Look at that, man. Look at those jowls. I wish I still had my jowls picture, man. That was pretty funny. Let's see if I can find it. Jowls. Jowls.
I mean, look at my picture I got up.
Yeah.
Not him, but
let's see if I can.
Sure makes you think of him, though, don't it?
Yeah. Oh, look here. I got it. Look at this, Dougie. Here we go. This one. This is the one. With the hot dog at the top, man. You know how like in the original Jaws poster, it's like some chick swimming there. Yeah. With him, it's just a hot dog.
Just a hot dog.
Yeah.
That's all he wants is the hot dog.
I should have put money there. That would have been probably more apt. A little bit of money on top of that. Yeah. That might have been better.
Well, with the money, he can buy some hot dogs with the money.
That's true, man. He doesn't care about his own family. Do you really care about the cat that nobody wants to harm? Remember, he docks his parents' house. Yeah.
I mean, if he could sell the cat for money to get hot dogs, he'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Or maybe if he could trade the cat for a map to some granny's houses, he would do that too.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, I'm looking for this one, the nice long one. He prefers nice long ones, Dougie.
Yeah, the fucking Costco hot dogs are pretty fucking good, man. You get a nice long one, man.
Nice long one at Costco, Dougie.
So what's this about him talking about him being a survivalist or something?
I don't know,
dude.
He doesn't. You know what? He's surviving.
I find that to be.
He survives in spite of himself, Dougie.
Hey, dude, I dumbass Scott. Tell you what, dude. You and I will go out in the woods. You and I, out in the woods.
Yeah. CBF.
And we'll survive out there for a week, and we'll see who walks out.
Hey, CBF, Jazzy is still alive. That was confirmed by Kitty. So the cat is still alive. So he still uses the cat as a crutch. I don't understand, dude.
He doesn't know anything. This guy is a buffoon.
You know what Adam says? We're gonna need a bigger bucket. Oh man.
I'm telling you, dude, he knows nothing. This is a complete idiot.
He really is, Dougie. You couldn't ask for an easier fucking lolcow for content, Dougie, because that's all he is.
I've been doing camping and bushcraft and hunting and all that most of my life. I mean, when I was in grade school, like in the 6th grade going into junior high, my mom would take myself, all my gear, my black lab, and she'd just take me out in the woods and drop me off, and then would come and pick me up like whatever the agreed amount of time was. And I'd hike on in to the woods and camp all by myself.
Yeah.
And and I would do some of those trips without no stove, just the bare essentials. just to see how, you know, to push your limits of what you can do, you know, of what you feel comfortable with, you know. As I've gotten older, and children came into my life, you know, I've gotten away from that style of camping, and I've done more of the RV camper, you know, in state parks and stuff like that. And just because, you know, not everybody's into the type of camping I was always into, you know. I know, like my daughter, there's no way you're going to take her out in the woods and just say, well, we're camping here. No, she had to have a toilet and running water. There was no way she was going to go squatting behind a bush or something, you know. So for me to go camping, I had to change things up to accommodate everybody. And that's what I've done. With my age now, you know, putting a backpack, hauling gear out in the woods, I don't want to do that anymore. It's too painful. Not that I couldn't. It's just why, you know, it hurts too much now. But that's why I got into this whole overlanding thing. It's basically my rig is my backpack, you know, and I can still get out and see the things, but
cover more ground and
stuff. But I'm still living. I'm still doing the same stuff that I've learned through the years, you know, how to get fire started in really crappy weather. And the Pacific Northwest is some of the hardest weather to get a fire started if you don't have the proper equipment. You know, those guys, you know, that TV show Dual Survivors?
Yeah.
One guy had the bare feet, would always do it in barefoot. And they went to the Pacific Northwest, one of their shows, and they struggled. They couldn't get a fire started, and they couldn't find a dry place to get out of the weather. And because here it's like a temperate rainforest, trying to find dry wood is real hard. Anything laying on the ground is going to be punk wood. It's already rotted and it's wet. I mean, it's hard. I know, like when I'd go out elk hunting, and that's like in the, you know, October, November around here, and you'd be out deep in the woods and you don't haul in firewood because you can't, it's just too heavy. So you cut wood while you're out. And because that wood's not been dried properly, it's not going to light like it should, you know. We'd bring big old propane torches just to get them going, because that was the only way you're going to get fire going. Was that way. So yeah, I mean, there's tricks, you know, that's a trick. I mean, a backpacker can't use that trick, but that was a trick for, like, you know, for people hunting and stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's tricks to getting a fire started without the proper kindling.
Yeah.
I can get a fire started with a cotton ball, Vaseline, and my fire striker. I can get a fire started real quick with that, and as long as I have dry wood to put on top of it.
Yeah, I could start a fire with a magnifying glass, no problem, Dougie. You know,
as long as there's sun, but like here, where it's always cloudy all the time, it doesn't work. It's hard to do it.
Yeah. No problem here in Colorado. We always have sun.
Yeah.
No problem, man. Also, the rubbing stick things work. I've done it before. Several different ways, but Swancho says, I enjoyed watching those one-person survival shows. Amazed me how inventive some of them were. Yeah, you got to be. I was watching a thing on homeless people, and people always wonder how homeless people survive in the winter. The initial answer, it's really hard. But they learn.
You watch homeless people and how they're doing it. that's how you do it. I mean, if you're going to be out in the woods, out camping, out, you're going to be out in the elements, kind of take a page from them, see what they're doing, because obviously they're doing something because they're surviving out in it, right? You figure it out, and then you can supplement that with like better gear, obviously.
Yeah, the key to survival, if you're a homeless person, is finding a mylar blanket, which crinkles, so you have to get used to the sound. Also cardboard. You put like 4 or 5 pieces of cardboard together and lay those on the ground, and that provides just enough insulation, because the problem isn't from top. The problem is
from the bottom. It's from the bottom.
Yeah, it's from the bottom.
Right from you, yeah.
Yeah, you'll get hypothermia from the bottom. So, you gotta take care of the bottom first before anything else.
I learned that the hard way one time. I was on a deer hunting trip, and I brought my big canvas tent, thinking that other people were going to be sleeping in there with me, but it wound up that wasn't how it worked out, and so I was in there by myself. So, ideally in cold weather, you want a small tent to hold in the body temperature, plus your insulation underneath if you had to keep the ground induction from pulling all the heat out from you.
Yeah.
I didn't have that. So, but I had a super heavy sleeping bag. I mean, this sleeping bag would cook you out. Yeah. But in the middle of the night, I woke up, I literally put on all of my warm clothes, and I was still freezing in there. The next night, they put me in another tent with my girlfriend's cousin, and they had foam pads in there, and the two of us, man, I was like nice and toasty warm in there, because even though it was like super cold outside, just the body temperature holding in the tent and the ground not pulling your temperature down. Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, a lot better than the first night, because oh my god, the first night.
The other problem is condensation in a tent. If you don't have proper ventilation, your breath will cause your blankets to get wet.
And you don't want to store your wet clothes inside your tent either.
Yep.
If you got wet clothes, you want to put them in a bag, like a waterproof bag if you got it, and put it on the outside. Or if you have a waterproof bag, you can store it on the inside, but make sure you got it closed off, because any of that moisture, once it starts warming up, evaporates into the tent. And a tent should have enough flow of air through it to keep the condensation down. So you don't want to plug up any of the vents or anything for that, and you don't want added moisture in there. And you want to get it to where you're out of cold breezes and stuff. So you want to get your tent like underneath some trees and things like that. Out of that will up the temperature of the tent. There's a bunch of tricks you can do to do that. And you want your sleeping bag super lofty. Lofty is a big thing, because it's the trapped air that you want in that sleeping bag.
You don't necessarily want all that height on your tent. You know what I mean? Like
no. You want it small.
Yeah. The smaller the better.
Big ones are great for summertime, or even in wintertime, if you have like the bigger ones that has the stove, the wood stove in it, to where, and that's a good place to hang out. You can sleep in them. You just got to make sure the stove's burning all night long. My friend, that's how he used to elk hunt, and he'd have to wake up like 2 or 3 times throughout the night to, stoke up the fire, but he was okay with that. He didn't mind it. But the smaller tents, where it's just like in the military, the tents that they use, they're just real small for the guys when they're out on the, not in the base type things, but when they're out, what they're packing, if they even pack one, is just a really small, super small tent. It's basically like a coffin, and you're in there. It's waterproof and everything. And they have, you can buy those tents offline. They're good tents. And you get the right gear in there. You'll stay dry and you'll stay warm. You may not have a lot of room, but I'll trade the room to stay dry and warm.
Yeah, and not have frostbite in the morning. That's a huge issue. CBF says some people aren't made for camping. My friends used to tease that camping for me was a black and white TV.
That's true.
uh,
Look,
yeah.
everybody has their things that they like to do, and that's what's so beautiful about us. If we were all the same, I'd hate to go camping because everybody would go camping. What fun would that be? I'd want to do something that was different, to be away from everybody. That's why I like camping. I like to get away from people.
Yeah.
So if everybody camped, then I'd have to, I don't know, go bowling. Maybe nobody'd be in the bowling alleys. I don't know.
I like it. I like it once a year, maybe, Dougie. I mean, because I was born and raised in the city. I don't mind city life. It's weird. Like you and I are a lot alike in a lot of ways, Dougie, but there's some things like you were more.
We were raised differently.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
You were more of an outdoorsy type guy, and even though I'm okay being outdoors. When I was a kid, I used to love it, but I navigate the city. You know what I mean? I navigate.
A city person. That's the difference in me.
And there's differences. Like
you gravitate to it, and I gravitate away from it.
Yeah. And it's okay. I mean, it's not to say that I don't like getting away from people, because, man, I do like taking a drive up.
Yeah, I don't mind going to the city to go do stuff either, because there's fun stuff to do.
Yeah. So, it's a fun dichotomy for me, because, like, there's survival in the city and there's survival in the woods.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like it's different, but
and he knows nothing. He knows neither. He thinks he knows, but he knows neither.
No.
So, and then the survival in a prison, because that's the hardcore survival out in the street, and all the codes and everything that come along with it. And he's going in there not knowing any of it. He knows enough to get himself in trouble, to be dangerous.
Well, that's what CBF said earlier. He knows just enough to be dangerous, and that's true. In his case, it's more true than anybody. Adam Carmona says, I can start a fire with my mind. The Prodigy wrote a song about me. Oh, you mean the Terrific Fire Starter? Terrific Fire Starter. That song's pretty good, Adam. That's a callback, man. That's an older song that I quite like. Ginger's in the house, surprised to see you on, and happy. Well, we're happy you're here, Ginger. Thank you so much for being a Monster Squad member. Glad that you're here. This is just an impromptu. We had to test Dougie's mic, but there was something I did want to talk about. There's something not really major, but it's something that I have to talk about on Monday. Hope you guys join on Monday, because I'm going to have like a mini rant because something happened that really irks me. And I got to get it off my chest, because it's a total and utter horseshit. What's that?
Oh, Adam, he says he goes scam camping, scamping.
Scamping. Yeah. What's up, Moth Morang? Nice to have you here as always. Scamping. Yes, exactly.
Brian Rib guy.
Swancho says the only difference with survival camping and homeless, when out in the wild, Dougie, you won't be seeing MLH giving you a nice handmade Bronco hat. LOL. I'm keeping the Bronco one, Swancho. I'm sorry. That was I got a whole
hot dogs though.
Yeah, exactly. Swancho was so kind, man. Swancho's a very talented knitter. And
really?
She knitted a bunch of beanies and scarves and stuff like that. I will say, Swancho, Bernie and I took 2 beanies. I took the Bronco one, which was really cool. I mean, it's just Bronco colors basically, but Bernie took the chicken one because she thought it was really cute, and it looks cute on her, Swancho. So she wears that every once in a while. I am gonna get out there and hand more of those out to our homeless population out here, Swancho. It's just the way it is now. It used to be I could find big pockets of people here in Denver, but Denver and Aurora have jostled those people and jerked them around so much that they've scattered them. and it's really, really hard to find homeless people like in groups. So it's going to take me a while to give all those away, but I guarantee I will. And the people of Denver, I'm thanking you for them, because it's just a wonderful gift. There's got to be, I don't know, what would you say, Swancho, 40, 50 knitted hats in that box? I mean, it's crazy how many hats
like
were
stocking caps, like beanie hats or something.
Yeah, beanies and little scarves, and
Wow.
just, I mean, there was a couple of toys for kids, so I'm looking for a little girl to hand those to.
Really cool that she did that.
Oh, Swancho's awesome, man. I mean, the
Wow.
knitting skills are outstanding, but
Yeah.
and those are really warm.
We got a lot of skilled women in this community, I'm telling you.
Yeah. So it's a slow go, but I will get there. I'm going to enlist KDOT to help me out, Swancho, because he, at one of the places he works, there's a good gathering of homeless people at various times. So I'm probably going to give him about half, to help me out, in handing those out. Because that is one place where I know that they will be, and I know KDOT will be there, and I trust KDOT implicitly. So, yeah, it's a good feeling handing out clothes to people in need, for sure. I mean, if you can help in any way, even one person to survive a night or two out in the cold, that's really, really good work, Swancho. I really appreciate it. Stinky Cat says, no camping for me. I like sheets and room service. I mean,
that was my mom and dad. Their idea of camping was hooking a trailer hitch to the house and towing it. That was they got all the gear to go camping. My grandfather had given them some too, to take us boys camping. We went like 2 times, and that was it. My mom was done. And I feel so bad because they didn't know anything about camping in those days. And I knew very little, just real hardcore basic like camping, but my mom, to take her camping, you were going to have to make it like glamping, not camping, but glamping. And, and I learned the art of that later through the years because I had family. I married and kids, they weren't into the kind of style of camping I liked, and they were into the glamping part. And then old age just caught up, and it's just easier to go glamping, and it's more fun. In ways I kind of like it.
Yeah, at our age, Dougie, I mean, glamping is a lot better, man.
Yeah. So you whatever works for to make it fun for you. And if camping's not it for you, hey, there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody has their own taste of what they want to do, and all I say is whatever it is that you enjoy to do, and that's your passion. Do everything that you can to do it. Life's too short to let it slip by, and you think, oh, you get busy with working and raising a family and stuff, and you think, oh, I'll get to it later, and by the time you get to it, you realize how much wasted time had gone by, and how little of time you actually have left to do now what you've dreamt about your whole life.
That reminds me of a story, Dougie. And then what's up, Fabdrez? Nice to have you here. He says you can warm your hands by rubbing. Yeah, that's true. Rubbing what is the question, Fabdrez? No, I used to do cable, right? Like hook up people's cable, and there was this old lady, and I was helping her with her problem or whatever. I was very good at fixing things and diagnosing and whatnot. So I fixed her problem, and I noticed that she had a really nice RV in her driveway, and I was like, oh wow, that's really, really, really a nice RV. And she's like, yeah, it's really, really nice. She's like, I think I went out on it once. I'm like, once? You should be going out there quite a bit, I mean, this is really nice. And she's like, no, it was my husband's, and we spent our whole lives saving money for that RV, and we got to use it one time. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but it just goes to show you that, you kind of have to do things while you can, you know. If you don't, then you may miss some opportunities, And she had no idea what she was going to do with that RV now that her husband was gone, So it's just like, you kind of got to do. Oh, Becky left. Hope you have a great day, Becky.
No, it's a good thing that Chumley wasn't around at that time, huh?
Yeah, I know. CBF says they're doing that in Oakland. The camps are changing every few days, it seems. Yeah, it seems. Yeah. I mean, yeah, with the homeless people here, it's really weird, CBF. Like nobody wants to take accountability. Nobody wants to help, at least on a government level. And it should be the opposite, because I always felt like you're only strong as your weakest link, right? So if we start helping our homeless population and give them hand up, I'm not talking like what I do. Like I mean, Dougie, I can't keep money in my pocket. If I have real money in my pocket, it tends to leave, because I'm always giving it to people because they obviously need it way more than I do, And I always got chastised for it. Like my dad would always chastise me. Why are you giving them money? I mean, I've since worked on his psyche to change his mindset on things, right?
Yeah.
And the way that I always put it to people, it's because, and everybody always tells me, oh, they're just drug addicts. They're just alcoholics. It's a waste of time and money, your money.
Yeah.
First of all, nobody tells me to do with my money what they want me to do. I wouldn't do that for anybody else. I'm not going to be chastised if I give a person $5, $10, $15, $20. That's just in my nature to do. If I find somebody in need, it's like the day I very impromptu, Dougie, when I was out doing my homeless run. It was me, Flea, and Bernie. And this guy, he asked me a most unexpected question. He said, "Do you have any jackets?" And I was looking at him, and I could tell. I mean, he had a jacket on, Dougie. It was a kind of a brisk day, but his jacket was kind of falling apart. I mean, I could tell he'd had that jacket for quite some time.
Yeah.
And I thought about it, and I'm like, no. I told him, I said, I really don't, man. I'm sorry. And I felt so bad in my heart, Dougie, that I couldn't provide something that this guy really, really needed, right? And it wasn't bullshit. He wasn't trying to get something free. It wasn't like he was going to go pawn it or hand it off to someone else. I could tell he was, and I was like, you know what? I have a jacket here. I'm just going to give it to him. I can get a jacket later. I mean, it's not a huge need for me right now.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, this guy needs it now. And that was, I'm telling you, Dougie, that jacket that I gave was my favorite jacket. Man.
Yeah.
I was like, I
got an idea.
What?
Remember how Scott thought that Hammy should let them use her RV, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, who has an RV right now?
What's up, Sig? Well, Hammy has an RV.
No, I mean, well, yeah, but I mean, Dumbass has an RV now.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he let a homeless person sleep in it for a few nights or something?
Yeah. I mean,
why don't you lay it on the line, man?
Yeah, cold night.
If you're all that, man.
Yeah.
He'll just find somebody. He'll just have somebody that's a friend of his that he knows that's not been on YouTube, and they'll dress him up to look like he's homeless. And
yeah. Swancho, there are a few St. Patty's Day hats in there. I will get them to somebody before March 17th for sure. Swanchos, you don't worry. I'll be getting out there. Probably next weekend is going to be a good weekend. I've got a few items of business, personal items of business I have to take care of this week, but I think next Saturday,
little trick. I'll let everybody know.
What's that?
Get yourself a Wooby blanket.
A Wooby blanket. Okay.
A Wooby blanket. A Wooby blanket is the insulation blanket that the GIs used underneath of their ponchos.
Ah,
but
okay.
those blankets, the blanket themselves don't have a hole in the, for the head like the poncho did, but it's an actual blanket, but it would tie into the poncho. But those blankets, the way they're made and everything, oh yeah, they'll get wet, but they dry out quick, and they're just really good, and they're not all that expensive because they're military surplus.
Yeah. Mylar blankets are good to give out to people out on the streets for sure too.
I'm talking about, like, for having around the campfire, and it's not like a blanket like you sleep in. I mean, you could. I mean, it's not a long blanket. You could curl up. I mean, you could use it if you had to, but it's more like a cuddly blanket, or just, I mean, you can have it to lay your dog on it or something. I mean, it's a blanket that can get dirty but can clean really easy and stuff too. It's just a really the military, the army dudes, they loved them.
Yeah,
they would use them other than what they were meant for.
Yeah. Tracy Murphy says, "Hey y'all, listening while making goulash for dinner." Oh, Tracy, you're gonna make me hungry. Although I just ate not too long ago.
They have Wooby hoodies.
Yeah, Sig says he's got one. I appreciate the compliment.
I didn't know they had a hoodie. Huh.
Yeah.
Or is it one that just kind of buttons? It will button around to be kind of like a hoodie.
Yeah. Adam says people have no idea how close to homelessness they are. It's often one medical crisis. Yeah. Often people say,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, often people say, Adam, that you're one check away. No, I disagree with that, because you always have neighbors, friends, whatever, that can rally to help you out in a time of need. I think you're one mini crisis, and actually one medical crisis, like you said, away from being homeless. And it's true. I mean, our neighbors had a fire at their house, and that put them out. And I know insurance and all that, but I mean, going through all that and then losing all your stuff, and it's just, you never know, Adam. And with these times right now, I mean, it looks like the world is going to shit, at least here in the United States. So, it's these are scary times for sure. And I'm not an alarmist by any means, I mean, but Sig, I appreciate the compliment. Sig, you've been around with me for a long time. Good guy in my book, he says. I appreciate that, Sig. I try. I mean, nobody's perfect, but you get out of life what you put into it a lot of times. I know that there's exceptions to that. Like, some people have been dealt really shitty life cards, and they continually get those shitty life cards. But I've been lucky enough to help quite a few people, Sig, and I think that's just my calling in life, is to help as many people as I can.
That is what he does. I've seen him do it personally, and he does it without ever bringing any attention to it.
Yeah, and I've been criticized before, Dougie. I mean, I you shouldn't have it on camera, and I understand those criticisms, but
no, you do those, but I mean, there's an awful lot of stuff that you do outside of the camera that people don't know about.
Yeah, well,
that you do, that how you are with helping people out and stuff. I've witnessed it. I've seen you. I mean, there's been a couple times you've helped me out.
Yeah.
So you're just you're that kind of a person. That's just who you are. That's in your DNA.
Yeah.
And I can tell you the God's honest truth. When MLH helps you out, there's no strings attached. It's not like, okay, now I own you. Now you got to do this. Except for, the 100-year contract I had to sign for BP, but
I knew the floor was going to fall out at some point, Dougie.
But no, seriously, a total contrast of what dumbass would do. Dumbass ain't gonna help you unless there's something in it for him. Yeah. If there's nothing in it for him, then forget it. He's not gonna do nothing for you.
Yeah, well, that's true. Moth Modang says, that's mean, Dougie. Would you sleep in that RV?
Well, now that you mention it that way, Marvin, yeah, no, I wouldn't even put my worst enemy in there. I wouldn't expect an animal to live in there. Only one I expect to live in there is him. So yeah.
Sig says, "Yeppers, a lot of retired military cats making the woobies. Google it. I won't name drop." Yeah. Wooby stuff is really cool. I saw some at the Army depot. Like one of those Army surplus stores, and I felt it, and I was like,
one?
No, it was like a medium-sized one, but I felt it with my hands, and I was like,
no, I mean the store.
Oh no, it was like a medium-sized store. Just it wasn't like a huge.
Were the prices good?
Yeah, the prices were decent. They're always decent at the Army surplus.
How close is it to you?
It's probably about 15 minutes away or so. 15.
And it's always there?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we're gonna have to talk offline.
Okay. We're getting $2K from the government to handle all of our medical. Oh, yeah, just like we're getting $2K from the tariffs, Rib Guy, and we're getting $2K for it's always $2K. I don't know why that makes everybody so happy, and none of us have seen that yet. So I ain't holding my breath, man. Stinky Cat says a friend had a huge tree fall in her house. She had somewhere to go, but it took insurance 1.5 years to pay out. They kept denying her claims. It was maddening. Oh, absolutely, Stinky Cat. Insurance is another problem with our country. It's big corporations sucking the life out of the communities that they serve, and not paying taxes because we got to give them refunds, and nobody else can get refunds now, apparently. Yeah. It is maddening. The insurance companies are blood-sucking scumbags of companies. They're the parasite of everything, just like the drug companies are. They want so much for their medication, but some people don't have that money, and insurance, hand in hand, right? Insurance makes sure that they don't approve any of those claims. CBF says, I've never understood why people criticize the giving. That's why I don't put anything on YouTube. I don't want to fight about it. Wow. CBF, I've learned to deal with it because ever since I started this channel, I've had people, you're always going to have haters, is the way that it was put to me when I started the channel. No matter what you do, you could be as pristine can be. And if all I did was give out stuff to homeless people every day, which I would love to do if I ever became a billionaire, that's exactly what I would do. I spend the rest of my life giving most of my fortune away every day because, I figure if the government ain't going to do it, then maybe I can make a difference. Elon Musk, at any given point, every day that goes by is a day that Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos haven't solved hunger in this country. With one stroke of the pen, they could make sure everybody gets fed for a millennia. So I don't want to hear that nothing can be done. Especially by these big ass billionaires. And then I don't want the PR stunts that they do either. I've never seen a billionaire give and not make sure they tell you that they gave. You know what I mean? And I know some people say, well, some people give anonymously, including billionaires. Do they really? No, they don't. What's up, Geek? Did you ever see Saw 6 when Jigsaw put all his insurance agents in the traps? Yes, I did, Geek. I'm a huge horror.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, it's great. It's really good. Stinky Cat says, hint, it was State Farm. All those insurance companies are scams. Stinky Cat.
So I take it that they didn't escape from the saw.
No, most of them didn't. Always one does, but yeah. Cinderella says, amen, MLH. What's up, Poet? Nice to have you here, my man.
Mine was Farmers Insurance. That's the one that
I
had issues with.
Okay, so Stinky Cat says, I agree about Bezos and Musk. Who the hell needs that much money? I agree. Look, I think once you get up to a certain point, I think 999 million, I don't think that billionaires should exist. It's not that I'm not for free markets and capitalism and all that. I get shit for this all the time. But why should a billionaire even exist? You can do just fine with 999 million. Your kids are taken care of, your kids are taken care of, and their kids are taken care of with that money. That's generational money. Anything past that is just ridiculous in my opinion, you know. And like I said, those two in particular, and there's a few more. I mean, Elon Musk is on track to become a trillionaire, y'all. Let me give you an idea of how much money that is, okay? So take a big, like, table at your house. Just imagine a big table at your house and just grab a bag of salt, okay, or sugar or something like that. Take a good pinch of that, right? Set it on your table and it makes a nice little pile, right? That's $10,000, right? $1 million, right, is going to be if you took, like, I don't know, maybe two big handfuls, you know, and put it on a table next to it. That's $1 million, right? I mean, you can see the difference right there between the pinch and the two handfuls, right? Well, now take a bunch of bags of salt or sugar and pour those all over your table in high mounds. And I mean every square inch of that table. That's $1 billion, y'all. Okay? That's $1 billion. Why does someone need that much when 10,000 to any one of us is a lot of money? Right, Dougie? Could you use $10,000? I could.
Yeah. No.
You know, I mean,
I could use $10 billion too.
Oh yeah. And then 1 trillion of that is like take the whole first floor of your room and fill it completely with salt or sugar. That would be $1 trillion. Poet says, I'm a veteran. I have USAA insurance. They take care of me. Yeah, Poet. But insurance, you know. Insurance. I'm sure it's better than most, Poet. I will say that, but most insurance places are very, very scammy. If you guys knew what I paid for insurance, you'd be like, "What the fuck?" For my car and rent and all that stuff, man. It's fucking crazy, man. I will say they did pay for the hail damage on my car, though, which was about a little over $9,000, which was cool. This is like right after I got my car, Dougie. We had a hailstorm, and it was like softball size hail. And I thought my entire glass hood, because not hood, but roof. Yeah. I have a glass roof. It's all glass, you know. I thought that would be destroyed, but that thing, that glass roof didn't even have any scratch on it. But man, oh man,
glass, dude. That's why.
Fucking A, man. It's
dude, I used to work at this glass factory back in the early 80s. I wasn't there for very long enough to be there to know it was a dangerous job and I didn't want to do it. But like the sliding glass doors for homes, because that's tempered glass.
Yeah.
And we had like this size of glass that we weren't using anymore because they had stopped making this certain type of door and they weren't making it anymore. So we had to get rid of the glass and they wanted us to break it so they could just throw it in the recycle glass bin thing that gets hauled off, but all has to be broke up. And so we set like a sheet on two oil drums, one on each end, and I had a crowbar and I smacked it right in the middle of it. It just flexed and boing. I was like, holy cow, I hit it again like a couple times. But then I went to the edge and I just went tink, and the thing just So tempered glass, it's the edge. It's like you hit it on the edge, it'll break, but you hit it square on, man. I mean, you have to hit a lot of force to break them.
Yeah. I don't know how much force that could have taken with those softball sized fucking hails, man. Holy shit, it was crazy. But the rest of my car got it. Stinky Cat says all insurance is a big scam. They use AI to settle claims, more like deny claims. You know how I know it's a scam, Stinky? Let me tell you guys a story. So the shark, right? I went to go pick up Bernie, and the parking lot sucks at where Bernie works, right? So, but you know, everybody deals with it. It is what it is, right? So I parked, and I'm sitting there, and I'm waiting for Bernie, and all of a sudden, this guy in a Jeep comes, and he, you know, in the next stall over, comes in, and he hits my car, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I'm like, so I get out. And I talk to the guy and I'm like, hey, you know, you just hit my car. And I look and there's, I mean, it's not major damage, right? It's a little bit of damage. It's probably about maybe $1,000
payments on the car. So
yeah, it's like about $1,000, I would say, maybe a little bit more. So I go, dude, you just hit my car, and is a young kid, you know, and he's like, oh yeah, sorry about that, man. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna need your insurance, dude. And so he gets his insurance, and I take a picture of his ID and, you know, all this stuff. And he's like, well, do you want to call the cops? I'm like, no, I'm not going to call the cops because this is a private, you know, business here. They're not going to come out. They don't come for accidents on, I know this because it's happened to me before, you know? And so I'm like, I'm not going to call, you know, I mean, I just want to get all your information so that way when I call your insurance company, they pay, you know? And he's like, oh yeah, no problem, you know. So he calls his parents and he gets the information and, you know, all this and that, and I call and I call his insurance. I didn't call mine because why should I call mine, you know? So I call his insurance company and they're like, oh, well, is there a witness? I'm like, yeah, I'm the witness. Oh, well, we can't use you, you're biased. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? I was in the car when it happened. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. I'm not going to sit there and lie, Dougie, and say I got a broken bone or back or something, you know, so stupid, you know? And then, so she goes, oh, well, is there cameras? I'm like, no cameras. Did you call the police? I said, no, I didn't call the police because happened in a private parking lot and the police will not come out for that. Right. I mean, if it was on the street, of course they would come out and file a report and stuff. And so she's like, well, there's nothing we can do. What are you talking about? Your client hit me. I shouldn't have to pay for his mistake. Right. And so she goes, well, you know, we're going to talk. I tell you what, we'll talk to the client and see what they say. So she calls me back and she's like, no, we're sticking to our original idea. You know, we're not paying out anything because, you know, our client denies that he ever hit you. And I'm like, oh, you guys want to play it that way, huh? Okay, well then now I got to get my insurance involved, right? So I call my insurance company and I tell them about everything. And they're like, do you want to put in a claim? And I'm like, yeah, I want to put in a claim. But you guys should go after their insurance because they're saying this, right? And they're like, oh, yeah, from this, that's enough evidence. You know, you getting his driver's license. I mean, who would give their driver's license and insurance information if they didn't do anything, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking that my insurance company is going to, you know, go to arbitration with them and get things settled out for my $1,000 deductible, right?
Yeah.
So I get a letter in the mail about 7 days later. Oh, we closed out the claim because the subjugation claim has been closed because lack of evidence. And I'm like, what the fuck? Not even my insurance company is gonna help me out with this. I was like, I just threw my hands up in the air, and I'm like, fuck this, man. Fucking insurance, they can kiss my ass. They all have deals with each other for those instances where like where you could go to an arbitrator to where they just decide that they'll just drop the claim. It's like, fuck all of you.
My very first car I ever owned. I mean, and you know how it is with insurance when you're a first time driver. Dude, it's like, it's expensive as it is anyways. And if you have any incidences, it's going to like double, it's going to kill you.
Yeah.
And anyways, so I had just put this car stereo in my car, right? And I'm just like, oh man, I was so proud of my car. And I'm thinking, man, I'm going to have this car for a long time. And I'm get in it and I'm going to drive up to the store, listen to my stereo, go grab a soda pop, come back home. And as I'm driving up to the store, there's this black car, like an old, like 1940 some type car. It was old. And they pull out right in front of me. Mm-hmm. And all I see is this old lady.
Oh, yeah, you told me this.
Staring out the side window with like she's screaming like, oh my God, like she knows I would have T-boned him.
Yeah.
And I swerved to, because I didn't want to hit him. I didn't want to hurt her. And I swerved because there was a parking lot, a gravel parking lot. And I figured, well, I'll hit that. I'll go in there. Well, I hit the gravel. And then I just slid and went head on or clipped the passenger front end of the car. Yeah. And the car died. And they just took off driving. And I'm like, oh, hell no. So I start my car up. I back it up. I go to take off. And every time I'd step on the gas, my hood's jumping up because I broke both motor mounts. And I finally get to him and I flag him over. And it's this 93-year-old man.
Oh, boy.
And he was taking his wife to the doctor. And his wife said that he can't see, that she drives with him because he can't see very well. And he pulled out in front of me, and all that. And then he took off, and I was like, hey, you gotta stop, you forced me off the road back there. And, and I went into the store right there to call the police. And when I came out, he was gone.
What an ass.
And I was just like, oh man, I'm going to get stuck with this. I know it. And by the time the police showed up, he had pulled up, but his wife's not with him. Huh. And I'm telling the police everything that happened. They're checking it out and they're telling me, oh yeah, everything matches up. The skid marks, everything. You'll have no problem getting this on the insurance. It's clearly their fault. And what he had done is he had took his wife to the doctor's appointment and came back. And so I called my insurance company, let them know, which was state or farmers insurance. I let them know, gave them all the information. The lady told me, oh yeah, no problem, Doug. You'll be able to collect on this. This is going to be an easy one, no problem. And so 2 weeks later, I get a phone call and it's my insurance agent. And she's like, Doug, we got a problem. And I'm like, what? She goes, well, he belongs to the same insurance company as you do. And we don't fight amongst ourselves. So it goes no fault. He pays for his damages and you pay for yours. And I said, he has no damages. She goes, I know. And I go, I'm the one that has all the damages. And she goes, I know. And I'm sorry, but you have to pay for yours. And then I said, well, is this going to hurt my record? And she goes, no, because it'll be as a no fault. Yeah,
that's
well, they dropped me.
That's total bullshit.
Because they dropped me. And then I had to go to another insurance company. And Yeah, the cost was, yeah. Oh, that irked me.
Yeah, it's total horseshit. I mean, it shouldn't matter if you guys both have. What if there was only one insurance company? You're never gonna pay out because you're just the
Well,
insurance
it's like
company?
farmers insurance. How many people have insurance through them? So what's the odds of you hitting somebody or them hitting you that
Yeah.
has the same insurance company?
It's pretty good. There's what, 5 or 6 major ones. It's
Yeah.
Geico, Progressive, Farmers, State Farm, and like one other big one, right? The General. Like that. I mean, I know there's little companies here and there, but I'm saying for the most part, like the chances are pretty damn good that if you get in an accident, it's going to be with the same insurance company.
Yeah.
You know, this is ridiculous. Kitty's in the chat. She says, testing, testing. What's up, Kitty? Nice to have you here. Pictures, always take pictures. I used to carry an Instamatic in my car. CBF, I did take pictures. In my case, it didn't matter. Neither company was interested because they're all
dash cams and stuff now.
Yeah, they're all in cahoots with one another. If they have a case like mine, they just agree we're just not going to go to arbitration. Fuck your client. And then they say, yeah, fuck my client, and then they say, fuck you, client. And then it's over. And then there's nothing to be done. To boot, I have to pay $1,000. It's just like the idiot that scratched my car. I still, like, they wouldn't. All they're gonna, like, in court, all they're gonna do is pay me $1,000 because they say, and I didn't report it because it was a family member. I'm like, I think we can settle this, and we didn't end up settling because that family member is an idiot, and so you end up having to go the court route, and then the courts are like, oh yeah, insurance should pay for this and blah blah blah. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm fucked then. Now I have to pay $1,000. So yeah, I'm just gonna pay for it myself. Fuck it. It just sucks. It just sucks. Yeah, lot of scratches on my car because of an idiot family member that didn't like me. Well, fuck you. It's always that way. I hope you end up getting convicted, you piece of shit. I tried to handle it. I tried to handle it out of court, but you know how that works.
I had somebody run into me at a 72 Chevelle, and he ran into me. It didn't do a lot of damage. It didn't, just a little scrape on the bumper and stuff on the front part of it.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to give me any information or anything. He's like, I didn't do nothing to your car. Your car's just an old car. I was like, it doesn't matter. You damaged my car.
Right.
I still got to pay to fix it.
Right. It'd be one thing if he offered you like
it was, it's like, dude. Yeah.
It's like one time my dad got into, like, this big trucker hit him, right? And so they pulled over. He was okay. It was just a little bit of damage. But he's like, I don't want to get insurance involved. Like, can we work this out? And my dad was like, well, if you want to give me like $3,000, I think there's at least $3,000 worth of damage there, and plus, my time and everything. I think 3,000 is fair. If you can give me three, yeah, no problem. Come with me, So they go to his house, and he comes back at, can we negotiate that? My dad's like, what's to negotiate? I told you 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's the negotiation. There's no negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
You hit me, and he didn't want to pay, so that my dad left with no money, and it's like you were screwed after you left the scene, because there's nothing you could do at that point. We have USAA also, and they've always done okay. Some escalation, but it's worked out. Yeah, the military ones seem to be okay, CBF, but all the regular insurance companies are just a bunch of scamming fucking assholes that overcharge. Literally overcharge for any of their services, and then to get anything out of them is just ridiculous. Like I said, I have a $1,000 deductible, so what sense would it make for me to go on those scratches, go and pay $1,000? I guess to save a little bit of money. Like, fuck, man. It's not even
like I kept getting my bill for my auto insurance. It kept going up. And not by just a little, by a decent amount. And I'm like, what the hell? You know, I haven't got a ticket or anything in years. If anything, mine should be dropping. I'm getting older and I have a clean record. What the hell?
Yeah.
And I called them, and this is what they said. Oh, well, you know, it's getting more expensive for us, you know, for people's vehicles to be worked on and stuff. And so we have to start charging people more.
Yeah. Hey, Kitty, if you're still in chat, this is your brother's doing here. I wonder what you think of this, Kitty. I don't know if you saw it. This is a post of his from 15 hours ago. When you know you made the right decision. And then he puts up a meme of Jazzy getting eaten by Alf. I wonder what your thoughts on that are, Kitty. Yeah, the insurance companies suck, Dougie. I mean, there's no question about it, man.
You have to have it, you know, and better safe than not, because it sucks if something happens and you don't have insurance.
Yeah, one thing
would be a hassle, and I mean, there's an awful lot of negatives, but I'd hate to be without it when something happens, you know.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think more and more. I know people advise against getting away from full coverage on my car. I'm beginning to think that I want to drop my coverage to.
How can you? You're still making payments, right? I don't think you want to make payments.
I could pay off the car today if I wanted to, Dougie.
Oh.
So that's why I'm thinking of like dropping it, you know, dropping the insurance. But I mean, there is inherent problems with that. You know, it's like, okay, you know, it's, you know, you just got to weigh the options here, how much your car is worth and, you know, stuff like that. So it's at that point where I can almost feel okay and dropping it, but not quite.
I had liability once. Yeah. And there was an accident that was my fault. And the other person's car was paid for, but mine wasn't, and mine was without a car, and I had no money to buy a car. And so from that point on, you know, I was like, it didn't matter. Even if my car wasn't worth full coverage, I paid full coverage on it just for the simple fact if something happens, at least I'm not going to be without a vehicle. And then as I got older, and you know, and as you get older and stuff, more mature, and your vehicles get nicer and stuff, and you got more money tied up into them and everything. It's like you got a lot of money tied up in that Prius. I wouldn't be risking it.
Yeah, I'm not risking it right now for sure. But I tell you what, once it becomes a little, a good chunk under half the value, Dougie, then I think I'll be quite okay with
my car right now. I have it under liability alone. My truck, I have it completely covered, full coverage with no deductible. I didn't want any deductible. Just for the simple fact if something happened, I didn't want to have to fork out money to, you know, because everything ties into that truck, the camper, the boat, everything. And if something happens to the truck, then I'm screwed, you know. So
yeah, you definitely have to weigh it out, Dougie.
You know, being on a fixed income, being retired, you know, it's not like, oh well, no problem, I can go out and work that off real quick.
Yeah,
you know, I don't have that option anymore. So I just got to make sure that my bases were covered, and you know, and when I sell the truck, because the camper will be going, and then the truck, and I'll get another rig, but that rig, I'll definitely have it full covered because I'm going to have it totally decked out. And even though the coverage is not going to cover everything that I have installed in it and everything.
Yeah.
But you know what will cover it that insurance won't cover? Is like your homeowners or your renters insurance will cover.
Renters,
and stuff out of your vehicles and stuff.
No, it's a lot to weigh for sure, Dougie. I'm not getting rid of it anytime soon, but I'm just saying, like, I'm getting tired of paying the premiums. And I'm like you. I thought that like the older you got and the less problems you had, like, you know, you would, you know, your premium would go down. But in my case, it's just not. And I think I know why, but I'm not going to talk about it here on the stream.
Well, I think a lot of it, because mine aren't dropping. And I'm getting older and I'm driving less.
Yeah, I know.
I have the bare minimal amount of miles on mine that you can get away with because, dude, I just don't drive much anymore.
Yeah.
And you know, at least in the last few years, I haven't, because, dude, there's just been a lot going on in my life, but you know, that's going to change. But it's just, it kept going up, and I'm like, why? What's going on here? I haven't got any tickets. I haven't gotten any accidents.
Yeah.
I'm at the point in time, you know, they always told you, well, it will start dropping when you get older and stuff. Well, I'm at that point. Why isn't it not dropping? And
I know.
they said, well, it's because of the economy. It's costing more to buy parts, and it's costing more for labor. And so they have to start charging more to cover it. I'm just like, yeah.
No, that's, I mean, they charge more because their CEOs want more money. That's,
you know, it's,
you know, it's just
yeah,
stupid. They got plenty of money to go around to cover everybody's vehicle and more, you know, because not everybody gets into an accident every day. You know,
well, my vehicle doesn't have all the computer chips that are super expensive to have replaced that they were having problems getting at that time.
Right.
Mine doesn't have anything like that. Mine's pretty basic, easy to work on. I mean,
yeah. Stinky Cat says the big homeowner insurance companies pulled out of Long Island because maybe a hurricane may hit. People are scrambling for coverage. My hurricane deductible is $18,400.
Wow.
Holy shit, Stinky Cat. You might think of maybe moving upstate or something, Stinky Cat. Holy shit.
When I first moved in town here, Stinky Cat, the area I first moved, and I didn't know it at the time, but it was a flood zone, and they had like a dike system and everything. So like when the river would get, you know, high enough during flood times, they would dike that whole area off. And I seen pictures of my house back in the 1960s, where the water was up in the middle of the windows. And I'm like, great. And so I went to get insurance on my house for flood. They wouldn't cover me because I live in a flood zone. They were like, yeah, no, we can't cover you.
Yeah.
And we since moved. We don't live there anymore. Right? We got out of there. I didn't want to, you know. Plus, too, we were in the tsunami zone. So if there was any tsunamis, we were right there in the surge zone.
Yeah,
we're not now, but I still don't trust it because if you remember right, there were a lot of people in the Fukushima tsunami that they thought they were in the tsunami safe zone there in Japan, and we watched the surge just totally wipe them out. They were just standing there like, oh, we're safe here. We're in the safe zone. No. So if it happens here, I'm heading up to, because I got mountains right behind me. And I'm just jumping in my rig and heading there.
Yeah,
I've done it before. I've been through 3 tsunami warnings since I've lived here.
Yeah. Psycho Granny says not to defend Boofer, but Scott from NYC posted that meme, and Boofer reposted, made the right decision to drop SC and SC Sims. Oh, so was it SC that originally posted? But still, he's perpetuating it. Psycho Grannies is the point. You know, I mean, nobody talks about eating the cat more than dumbass, you know.
When's the last time we did any video on the cat?
Oh, a long time ago.
Months, yeah.
I think I mentioned it just recently, you know, just to say it, but it's like it means nothing. You know, it really means nothing, Dougie. There's no real threat, you know, and there never was a real credible threat, I don't think, for someone eating Jazzy. It's just his fucking bullshit way of like gaining sympathy.
Well, you know, he used it one time and it worked for him in court, and so he just throws it around like it's, you know, because that's who he is. He follows patterns, and when he gets a pattern, when he gets something that works, he goes to it over and over and over and over, and he perfects it and gets better at it and better at it and better at it. That's how he looks. You know, from the outside, when he first comes into something, his con and everything, it looks like he knows what he's doing and everything. He has that talk, but it's just short. It's short time because it doesn't take you long to figure him out. So it's got to be real short, quick and out type of thing.
Yeah.
And now that he's got, you know, he got stuck here, Well, look how exposed he is. I mean, there's nothing left of this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, Drifter War says Slappy said he tried to fix his RV distributor problem, but it got worse. He said he doesn't understand it. He answered his own question. Well, there you go, Drifter Wars. That says it all. I mean, the guy is definitely not a mechanic. You said it the other. I mean, you said it a few times, Dougie. When you could just tell somebody doesn't have it. I ain't I'm not a mechanic, Dougie. I can do very simple things like change brakes and change oil and simple things, right? If it's on YouTube, I can do it, right? But what's a Lumpy says MLH? Guess what Lumpy? That's Brandon. Yeah, Drifter, he basically answered his own question there. He tried to fix it and he couldn't because he's not a mechanic. You can tell when you watch this guy work, he doesn't have the skill. He knows how to take things apart, but anybody can do that. I mean, everybody remembers as a kid, you're like, oh, I could fix this, right? So you tinker with it, you take it apart, and then it never gets put back together because you don't know how to put it back together. That's him in a nutshell. Oh, yeah, I could do that. But then he never does.
It's like a dancer. I mean, there's plenty of women in here. They know about dancing. A dancer, they train at it and stuff, and they just look graceful, and their movements look there's a look to it, and it just looks easy and graceful, right?
Yeah.
A lot of that is the same with tools. Because you're doing it so much.
Yeah.
You learn the ergonomics, the easier ways to do things, and how to hold them and stuff, and how to hold your arms or body to get the most power or whatever. There's different things that you do, and you can tell by watching somebody. If you can tell by watching somebody, you ladies out there, you can tell by watching a person if they're a dancer or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same here for me. I don't know that much about dancing. I mean, I used to be a pretty good dancer when I was young, but not like professional dancing, just going out dancing, right? But
that's right. You were, just tell everybody you were a male stripper at one point, Dougie. I mean, come on now. He's like, shut up, MLH, son of a bitch. You there, Dougie?
Yeah.
He's like, shut up. I'm just kidding, Dougie. Yeah. Let me try to get this little deal. Look at this comment, Dougie. Drifter War says Scott said he likes to dig up dirt on people's family members and use it against them. He dug up so much dirt on Kitty's brother that he has months and months of negative content on him. Oh, well, that's cool. You're gonna really do your sister like that? I mean, come on, man. Fuck out of here. What an asshole. What a piece of shit, man. What the fuck? Ugh.
I don't know about him. I really. He takes the cake, doesn't he?
He's something else, man.
There's nobody that even matches what this guy does, and I'm not saying that in a positive, good way.
CBF says I can feel Dougie's shade from here for that. Oh, you mean the male stripper comment, CBF? Just totally kidding. Yeah, look what kind of character he has, Dougie. He's already done enough harm. She's got an RO on him, I mean, and she wants to do them more harm. Why? What would be the purpose in bringing down her husband? Or wait a minute, he dug up so much dirt on Kitty's brother? You mean himself? That's his brother. That's her brother, Drifter. You mean Kitty's husband, you mean? I mean, that would be really shitty.
Yeah, I'm confused here.
Yeah, I'm a little confused, Drifter. Is it are you talking about Kitty's brother is himself. Yeah. I was like, what? Look, I thought you were talking about her husband. I'm like, what? Yeah. months of negative content. Well, I mean, was that a direct slam on us, Drifter Wars. I mean, you give us the content, we're going to use it, right, Dougie? I mean, this is nothing.
We don't even have to dig.
No, we're not even digging.
I think we turn the first page and it's right there.
Dougie, every time I go to words,
every video, it's a new book. We turn the first page. I mean, we don't even go into the videos very much.
You said it very succinctly, I think, on a previous DT, Dougie. We have so many nuggets that we're not even getting down to the little pickers. You know what I mean? Like
gold mining.
Yeah,
we're taking the big nuggets on the top that's going through the shakers, and we're not even checking the carpet or anything. We're just checking that off to the side because we're not even checking. We just got these big old nuggets like, oh man, this is gold. This is so priceless. And we'll go with that. And it's like, if we ever run out of those big nuggets, we could still go back and start digging a hauling of all the little chunks, little pieces and stuff that are still nuggets in themselves, you know?
Yeah, there's still plenty. Trust me, there's plenty of nuggets, y'all. We haven't even gotten through half of the nuggets yet on this fucking piece of shit moron.
And there's some big ones that are still buried that we don't know about.
Or that we're holding back on.
Yeah, we're holding back, and we've gotten, I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, Stinky says he's acting so nonchalant about his court case, like it's no big deal. I think we'll see a lot of spiraling on Wednesday night. Oh yeah, you wait for it. This week is going to be interesting.
Yeah. This is what he's done, you know,
constantly.
He gets like this right before. I think it's his way of it's his way of mentally preparing. He gets himself in this like, oh, I got this. This is easy. Like it's no big deal. Blah blah blah. And also it's his way of putting away, hiding the stress that's killing him, that's eating him.
Yeah.
He buries it. He makes a fictitious fake world around him to get past, you know, the difficult times that he's going through. But the thing is it's getting harder and harder for him to do it. And we're going to start seeing breaking more and more. He's spiraling. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
And we're seeing him doing it at a faster pace than ever before. And yeah.
So can we listen to this one more time, Dougie? Because there was something else I wanted to talk about with this little sound clip. This is the sound clip. If you're just joining us, this is the sound clip of him saying some very interesting things about his upcoming court case. So let's take a listen in for about a minute or so, okay?
Figured. You guys are like fucking mountain men. Tim and Bob are like mountain men, man. They got that. Like fucking 30 hours without power, no problem. We got that.
Doesn't he sound like he's like on a downer, Dougie?
I don't know. He sounds weird. His voice just sounds different. When the first time I heard it, I had to sit there and stop a second and listen. Like, is that him or is that somebody else?
Well, it's definitely him. Definitely him.
Yeah, it is him, but it's a different tone.
Yeah, it to me it just sounds like he's on a downer. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
That's when they
did
shot.
Anybody in chat visually watch him on this?
I'm looking at him right now, and it's just dark. You can't really see him. But
well, that's a giveaway when it's dark like that. That's usually when he's all spun out, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's high.
Yeah, I think he's high. I think this actually could be weed right here. Okay. I know from a lot of experience that this sounds a lot like weed to me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm a big advocate of weed. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I miss some snow. I would love to see some snow. I would love to have some.
They have snow in California, dude. Just go up north.
Is he talking about snow or is he talking about snow?
Oh, that's a good
He'd
point.
like to have some snow.
Let's listen in.
Snow right now. I'm being the snow, and I can't wait to get this ankle monitor off. It's going to be hard to not accept a plea deal on Thursday. It's going to be really hard. I'm being honest with all of y'all.
Like he was honest with all of y'all earlier when he said that he would never take a plea deal. Is that his honesty? Let's continue here because there's another major point I want to make.
I'm being honest with you guys. I at least for the felonies. I'm pretty sure it's Thursday.
It is Thursday, dumbass.
On Monday, I'll triple check. Well, I have the lawsuits now.
Okay, I know what's coming. So let's listen.
The lawsuits now. So
yeah,
he's gonna start suing everybody now.
Yeah, he filed one, but it's ridiculous. But there's something that he says that's interesting here. A couple more seconds here.
No, I don't think the plea deal will influence the lawsuit because it's kind of separate.
Okay, that's what I want to talk about right there. It absolutely will. If he accepts a plea deal, right? He accepts guilt. You have to plead guilty to something. Once you plead guilty to something, you are not able to sue for what you think you're going to sue. You can sue for other things if you want to, go down a different route. But the things that you think you're going to sue for, they all get thrown out the window because you were a dumbass and pled. I had an ex-friend of mine in Colorado Springs. He was going to his apartment one day, and there were a bunch of cops, and they were being assholes to him, and he eventually got detained. And I think he was given a ticket or something, but there was for obstruction, right? Because he was trying to get into his house, and they were I don't know what the fuck they were doing there, nothing.
No.
And he, instead of going to court and having that charge dismissed, he took a plea deal, and he said, "Well, my lawyer said that if I took this plea deal, I could still sue." That's not the case, y'all. Here's something from me to you. If you learn anything from this channel, if you plan on suing somebody civilly for something that you're being arrested for, it's never going to fly, whether it's the cops or the other party or whatever. If you take a plea deal, your chances of a civil case have been thrown out the window. Okay, so don't ever do that. If you plan on, like, let's say you were falsely arrested for something, and you took a plea deal, you pled guilty to something, there goes your case. You are no longer going to get any money for any reason. It'll be thrown out of court. So just letting you know. Snow is slang for a drug, isn't it? He said he would like to have some snow. Yep, that's true. Yeah, yep. What's up, Foxy? Nice to have you here.
I don't know whether that's really what he's talking about. It's hard to tell because this guy tends to talk in codes at times, so.
Good SP's in the house. What's up, Good SP? Thank you for being a Monster Squad member. Same to you, Rib Guy. Really appreciate it. We're just shooting the breeze here, making sure Dougie's mic works. Looks like it's been good all stream long, Dougie. So I think we're good there. Yeah. What's up, LA Deb? LA Deb's in the house. Lovely, LA Deb.
How's it going?
Nice to have you here, LA Deb. Always lovely to see you.
How's it going in LA?
So what do you think of that, Dougie? That little point that I made about like how he's saying, oh, it's something separate. No, it's not, dumbass. These are the guys that you're suing civilly. All these people you're suing civilly for, that you pled guilty, and you're gonna plead guilty here real soon. Either that or you're gonna be found guilty. The Motley Crue thing has to do with La Poubelle, right? So you ain't gonna get a lawsuit on that one, buddy. See, that's the thing. This guy thinks he knows everything. He knows diddly squat. He knows from his previous experiences that he's slimed his way out of different legal wranglings just because of the skin of his teeth. That's what he knows. He knows nothing. Knows absolutely nothing. What a piece of shit, man. I say that's about
all it. People that he's encountered And out of those, how many of them have been screwed over by this guy?
Oh yeah,
by one way or the other.
100%, Dougie.
He has a long trail behind him, and there's no remorse. There's no remorse. And in fact, he goes back and repeats victimizing these people. And he finds it quite funny. He laughs about it and everything.
Oh, you mean like this special nugget that we got here, Dougie?
Those planters, I'm not ashamed of what I did. I'm proud of what I did. I'm proud of it. I'm not ashamed.
He's not ashamed of it, Dougie, and he's proud to tell you he's not ashamed of it.
No.
So I wonder what's going to happen if he has to plead guilty to that particular charge. Is he still going to be proud of it? Lumpy says, Dougie, did you know Scott Stutter may come after you? Yeah, Rib Guy says, skin of his teeth, the veneers. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you mean this, Rib Guy? You mean these veneers right there?
No.
Oh man, what a complete fucking fool. You could tell it's only on the upper ones too. Why didn't he get lower veneers too? I mean, he could have doubled up the money on that and spent.
The grannies can only give him half the money he needs.
Oh, the grannies only gave him half. That's right. Okay, well, maybe they can give him
veneers at Walmart. How much?
Like $25.
Wow, that's pretty bad. You couldn't get $50 from him.
Yeah, maybe
you need to start doing some favors for him or something. Just demanding money out of him is not working for you anymore.
I mean, maybe the grannies can pay enough to get this lock picked for his little dinghy.
Except the thing with the grannies, they'll fear that they'll lose the key and then they won't be able to get at it anymore.
Yeah, that's true. They won't be able to. They won't be able to slob that little knobby. Drifter War says he said he will share the money he makes on lawsuits with the person who helped him most. The GIMP was editing lawsuits in real time. Oh, the GIMP thinks that he's going to be one of these people that gets all the money, right? Well, that's funny because he said the same thing in West Virginia, Drifter Wars, that all the people that helped him were going to get part of his lawsuits.
Dude, and he knows, these people are fools. They'll do it. I'll get them to do it, man. You know what he reminds me of? He's a modern day Tom Sawyer. Getting everybody to whitewash
today's Tom Sawyer, mean stride. I
mean, that's what he is, man. Gets everybody else to do his work.
He's exactly Tom Sawyer, man. Let's get everybody else to do my shit. Come on, man. Does he take them out and put them in a glass on his nightstand? Stinky Cat. Hold on, let me find it. These things are amazing.
In the nightstand, along with his little cage there that he, cages up dingling in.
Yeah, let's see.
All that in, he soaks it overnight altogether.
I'm looking for these things, man. Hold on. Ooh, they got some expensive ones for $475 in all different colors.
Of what?
I'm looking for the one that was like $25, dude. And it was it's pretty
veneers.
Yeah, veneers. Let's see. Oh, they got some for 15. Maybe these are the ones that he used. Hold on. I'll bring this up. These kind of look like him, man.
Vampire ones with the fangs, man.
The vampire with the fangs.
Remember the plastic ones you get during Halloween for like $1
Yeah. Oh, these are let's see, temporary teeth restoration. 2.5 stars they got. These are oh man. Let's see what else they got, man. There might probably something better. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, they got these ones. Hold on. $36, y'all. And these ones got a little over 2.5 stars. Look at that. Oh, you could go from the left here to this, y'all. Look at that. From that to that. Doesn't that look similar to this? Hold on, let me show y'all. Doesn't that look similar to that? Hold on. Come on.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look similar?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. Look at this.
Well, what's he hiding?
From this? He's hiding this. This is or Dougie, his teeth look like this. Maybe White Snake needs to get a pair of those, man.
He seems to hang out with people like that. So maybe that.
I mean, seriously. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find a better one. Hold on. I mean, that one's pretty good, right? I'd say that's pretty damn good. Let's see what else they got. There was one I
come with the bottoms too.
Yeah, there's bottom ones too.
Well, you must have got the really cheap ones. They only come at one. You buy the tops and then get the bottoms separate.
Damn, these ones are fucking $475. Holy shit!
How many stars?
3.2 stars. So that's a little bit better. But damn, look at that.
3.2.
Yeah, it's better than 2.4.
Not by much, though.
$400, man. $475 for those. Holy shit. Let's see.
For that price, and the girl better be the one that comes over to put them in your mouth for you.
Yeah, that's true. Here's some for 40. Hold on. Let's see this one. These are premium ones, man. Hold on. Yeah, you just put them in hot water, take them out, use a mirror to make sure they're aligned, and then you press them against your teeth for 1 minute. You remove it, let it cool, and then once it's cooled, your teeth are ready to wear.
That's what you did with your mouthpiece for football.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All it is just a mouthpiece that looks like teeth. So when you melt it and everything, the teeth are going to get all distorted in there.
Oh, are these are the ones that look like vampires? No, you're right. He should just get the ones that are like vampires, Dougie.
Yeah.
The vampire teeth. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. There's another one that I saw for $25 here, but
Antula.
Count Antula. Oh man.
Oh, there you go. $58 right over there, man.
These ones right here. Yeah, you can get these ones, man. Look at that. Oh,
that's
God.
Perfect, man. That's exactly what he needs right there.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man, that's horrible. Oh, here's some more. Here's some more. Maybe you can get these. Look at that.
Yeah. It's kind of look like you look like a freaking piranha.
Oh man. Yeah, there you go. I mean, look at that. There's lots of options at Walmart, man. Look at $20. There's the bottoms. 1 star. I don't know if you want to take your chances with the 1-star item there, but there you go. There's some crazy ones. Anyway, there you go. Why not? I like these ones the best, man. Those ones are the best. There's the vampire ones. There you go. Retractable even.
Well, there you go, man.
Yeah.
You can just be like a normal person. Then when you get ready to Count Dracula.
Look at these ones. Look at these ones. These are more like his teeth right here. These are these ones are highly rated, man. Over 3.5 stars. The highest rated ones. But there you go.
Yeah, those look like what he has.
Yeah. This looks more like what he's got. Yeah. Yep. That's it. That's the ones. Look at that shit. I mean, okay. I mean, kind of realistic, I guess. I don't know.
Dude, it's just painted on. Look, the paint's not even all that good for the teeth. Look.
Well, what are you expecting for $25, Dougie? Come on, man. I mean, geez.
Well, hell, man, I could paint better than that for $25.
I know.
I paint my lures better than that. and I don't charge $25 for them.
They're
Maybe
not bad from a distance, I guess, Dougie.
Yeah.
You know what? I should buy these, Dougie. You guys want me to buy them and wear them on my next? I don't need them. You know, I got decent teeth, but maybe I should buy these and wear them on my next live. Would you guys? You guys would laugh. I know you guys would laugh your ass off if I did that. Chris says those are the Venom Spider-Man teeth. They are, Chris. Those are crazy. My grandmother's teeth are like stars. They come out at night. Whitesnake could use some exactly, Stinky Cat. Amazon has them also. Ooh, yeah, I should get them on Amazon. Then I can at least get some of my money back. Okay, Stinky Cat.
I remember the first, my grandparents, they had false teeth, and the first time I see my grandfather like move his teeth around in his mouth, like just totally freaked me out. Because I didn't know, I didn't know anything about that. I was young. I was just like, holy, like, what the hell? What's wrong?
Yeah. So Stinky Cat has a really valid question here. The question is, if he takes a plea deal, does it mean he's still guilty of felonies? So felonies will still be on his record? It depends on the plea deal, Stinky Cat. There could be a really low felony, right? Felony that's on the lower side of things that they could say something like, okay, we'll give you a high misdemeanor instead of a felony, and you don't have to serve jail time. You could just get probation or something and pay a fine, right?
Even that's not the case. Are even on the 2-year ones?
No, that's I was just going to get to that. That's not the case with 4 of the 6 felonies that he has, Stinky Cat, because 3 of them are constitutional violations. So those aren't considered low-level felonies at all. Anytime you mess with someone's constitutional rights, that's a major issue. So I would say, to answer your question, if there's a plea deal to be made, he's still going to have to plead to a felony or 2. They might drop a felony or 2 if he agrees to be guilty of 2 other felonies, right? So they could do something like this. Like, if you plead guilty to these 3 felonies, we'll drop the other 3, right? And then it's up to the judge to sentence. That's, that could be, right? But in all likelihood, I think that if there's a plea deal to be left on the table, Stinky Cat, I think it's going to be something along the lines of something that he doesn't want. Like, let's say if he gets convicted of all of them and the judge decides to stack all the charges, it could be over 20 years. I think that's what I'm looking at. If I look at those statutes correctly, Stinky Cat. So they could say, look, in order to avoid a possible 20-year jail sentence, why don't you take 5 and we'll drop 3 of them. You agree to 5 years in prison and 3 years probation. I mean, they made a good faith effort. He might not take it. He doesn't have to take it. Or he could come back and say, well, how about you drop it to 3 years and, you maybe 2 felonies and no probation or very little, like a year probation. And they could counter that, or they could say, fuck no, we'll take our chances in court. I mean, there's all manner of things that could happen there, with the plea deal. But I don't think there is a point where that's going to happen, where the plea is going to be offered, to be honest with you, Stinky. If it is, this is a slam dunk case, Stinky. Every time he goes out online and blabs and gives strategy and shit like that, it's very easy for the prosecutor to win a case like this. So why would you, as a prosecutor, give away a slam dunk case? It's just they've spent too much time on this.
Not only that, but this guy has pissed off too many people.
Yeah. Susan P.
They've probably gotten word from certain officers and stuff. Get this, dude.
Yeah. So those vampire teeth suck, Drifter War says. He needs the one in the hole in the middle for easy raw hot dog insertion. Chris on the drum. Let's see. We all should wear them at sentencing. Rip Guy says. Susan P says, do a panel and all of you wear the teeth. Oh man, no, I'm thinking of getting them, and you know, in lieu of everybody getting them themselves, because not everybody has camera. I don't have a camera on my computer, Susan P. But
I
you
don't
guys,
either.
but you guys see me out and about all the time, so you know what, I'm thinking about getting them and putting them on and say, hey, do you guys like my new teeth? You know, I spent like $25,000 on them or something. You know, hint, hint. You know, everybody, give me money. You know, those $25 teeth are great for your high school reunions. Good SP says. Oh, there you go. He could try expunging his record later on, but that would be several years from now. Oh, yeah. I mean, he could
Why?
try.
He'll be so old it won't matter
Too
anyway.
much work. It's too much work, rib guy. Too much work,
He
man.
tried
He's
to
not
get
gonna do
somebody
that.
else to do it for him.
I mean, you gotta go through. You gotta either have a lot of connections or go through a lot of bullshit yourself. Drifter Ward
Maybe the
says,
Gimp will do it for him.
yeah, maybe the Gimp will do it. Yeah, like you said, maybe the Gimp will do it. Drifter War says, when I caught a train to work with an old Maltese guy, he would sit opposite schoolgirls and smile, forcing his false teeth to fall out. The girls would freak out like Dougie did. Oof, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think losing his right to social media would be good punishment. Doesn't matter for like, I don't know, for like 2 years. That'd be great. Never hear from him on social media for 2 years.
Yeah. Great
What's
point, Mark.
MVP's thing about scooters today? I have no idea, Good. What is the scooter drama? Oh, maybe he busted a scooter and needs another one. I mean, I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
Was he giving Scooter Mom a hard time or something?
I have no idea. Oh, look at that. On the lookout for illegal scooters on the highway. Look, that's so he's live now, Dougie. Of course he is.
You know why I think he goes live?
Why?
You know what I think it is?
Why?
So he doesn't have to watch us.
Oh, probably so he can not
It's his
hear.
way of not because he knows if he's not live, he'll watch us. So it's his way of because he doesn't want to watch us. Because face it,
Yeah.
we stuck to him.
Pluck is in the house. Says yes. What is the scooter drama? What's up, Pluck? Nice to have you in here. Drifter War says the nasty woman streamer said Slappy will never protest in the USA again. Her and their crew will make sure of it. I believe it too. I don't believe it, Drifter Wars. They're as much bullshitters as anybody else. I mean, their little group that pretends like they capture people and shit. It's all fucking bullshit. It's nothing. Doesn't he do reaction vids to MLH? No, CBF. No. He'll mention me every once in a while, but he's never said Dougie's name. Which
For a
hopefully
while,
one
I'm
day.
kind of offended, but now I'm actually I don't want him to say my name.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
I don't even want your name on your lip, my name on your lips.
Hey, Slappy, who's your daddy?
Mexican long hair.
Oh, okay. Who do you look up to, and whose skin do you want to wear, Slappy?
Mexican long hair.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I doubt that's going to happen, Slappy. But you could ask somebody in prison to, pretend like they're me, and maybe you can, I don't know, have your way with them and stuff, or they can have their way with you, and you can pretend away. Stinky Cat says Scientology is really gunning for him. So even if it's a plea deal, it won't be good for him. See, Stinky Cat, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking the plea deal is going to be something that he don't want to take because it'll have any number of years.
Yeah,
of
why are they going to make it where it's something that he likes? That's
right?
not,
Why would they?
they're there to punish him. And Kitty,
Kitty says,
right.
oh, Dougie, don't feel left out.
I know, and I was just going to say, Kitty says my name, so I have the best one saying my name. So
I know,
actually,
right?
that matters the most.
I mean, dude, you could have this guy say your name, and I mean, look how it sounds. It like even creeps me out sometimes. Slappy, who do you idolize?
Mexican long hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe that. I think he secretly has a crush on you.
Well, if he did, you would think that he would try to act at least in some ways like me, Dougie. But he's like the complete
Well, you know how
opposite.
some men or some boys, they like a girl, but they don't know how to
Oh God.
So they just act kind of mean towards her, thinking
So
that
this
works.
is this is the pulling hair symbol where the
yeah, that's what he's doing to you.
Yeah, he's pulling my hair. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I get it. Hey, are we allowed to? I want to make sure that we're allowed to say all these things that we're saying about you, Slap.
I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. They can say whatever the fuck they want. You know, say whatever the fuck you want. You want to call me, fucking say it. Like, I don't care.
Hey, David B, are you still his number one simp gimp?
I am the number one simp gimp in the world.
Oh, okay. Hey, Slappy, what were you doing in the van?
I was boofing cocaine up my ass.
Oh, okay. Hey, Slappy, what were you doing before you went to court? And are you going to do? Let's see. What are you going to do before you go to court on Thursday?
I was boofing cocaine up my ass.
Oh, okay. That must have been a traumatic experience for you, Slappy.
My butt hurts.
Oh, wow. Well, why does your butt hurt, Slappy?
Yeah, the fucking Costco hot dogs are pretty fucking good, man. You get a nice long one, man.
Oh, I get it now. I totally get it now.
Yeah.
You get it, Dougie? I mean, we got this string of
he likes the long ones. He
really does that.
Wants something to work on his gag reflex there. That's
what's going on with your head there, Slappy?
I need my face wash. I need my face wash. I need my face wash. I got pepper spray.
Oh yeah, you got pepper spray all over.
He had pepper spray. That's one of his friends. That's Bubba's friend.
I mean, it's just one thing after another with him. Hey, let's take a live listen in to what he's doing in his van right now. Do you want to listen, then, Dougie?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on with Booferton. Oh shit! I have to give you a play-by-play because I can't show his visage on the screen there, Dougie. But he heard a siren and he ducked underneath. It was really quick. I mean, you could barely see it. It's just really weird. Kitty says my 4-year-old has better control of his outburst than this fool. Kitty, that is not fair, Kitty. Just listen. I want you to listen to this whole thing and see if you still have the same assessment, ma'am. I mean, how dare you disparage your fine brother, okay?
I need my face wash. I need my face wash. I need my face wash. I got pepper spray all over my face. I need my face wash. 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 I got pepper spray all over my face. I got pepper spray all over my face. Get the pepper spray off my face.
No, I believe it was someone.
Please help! Help!
That ending there, Dougie, is the best. Please help! Please help! Oh God! Hold on, I got something perfect for this occasion, man.
Real man there, huh?
Well, look at him, Dougie. Look at him. It's a real man.
Yeah.
He needs his face washed. I mean, maybe he can wash it with his fake tears that he always does.
Yeah. Scrape it off with his fake teeth.
I can just see him, Dougie, with those fake vampire teeth that are the worst. He used to get them for Halloween and shit, dude. He's all crying in his van, dude. Look at the new veneers I got, and they're just those cheap vampire teeth. Oh, man. So stupid. He's like those crazies in Midwest Safety. CBF says we need a new character, Myron the Siren. Adam. Oh man, I forgot about his sticky ass. Oh
yeah.
Hold on a second. I got that one too. Hold on. Here we go.
I feel like my butt is like extra sticky from that.
You know, if you bathe regularly,
You don't have sticky ass.
You change your underwear daily. Use some powder down there, you know. Yeah, dude. I mean, something, because if your ass is being sticky, you got a problem.
I tell you what,
like some yeast infection going on down there, you know. It's probably just nasty. Just nasty.
If he doesn't want to do it, Dougie, if he doesn't want to do it, then maybe he can
What?
Maybe, you know, while the grannies are changing his diapers, Dougie, maybe they can put a little extra powder down there for him.
Some Gold Bond powder.
A little bit of Gold Bond never hurts anything, man.
Oh my God, man. Just powder them up, man.
Can you imagine that, Dougie? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine he fucking he goes over to a granny and she just like all, you know, really nice to him, and then he like shits his diaper, and then a granny just grabs his 2 ankles, picks them up.
He leans over to her and goes, he leans over and his sexy voice that he has with batting his pretty blue eyes. Changed my poopies. I got poopies.
Oh man, Nanny's says he's not going to be offered a misdemeanor plea on Thursday. He just started that to have a positive narrative. Oh yeah, Nanny's. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. His goose is cooked. You know, if there is a plea deal to be offered, it's not going to be super favorable. I can honestly tell you that. LA Deb says if you stop pooping in a bucket, it wouldn't be sticky.
Well, maybe if he walks around, right? When he's walking around protesting, you just the wind's blowing, you just see this dust flying off of his pants. Because it's all of the powder.
Have you ever seen Dougie?
You just see powder leaving his pants.
Have you ever seen that movie Quest for Fire, Dougie?
No, I don't think so.
So it's basically about a bunch, like a group of Neanderthals, right? Like these cavemen and women that are roaming around, right? Whatever. It very little dialogue. It doesn't have dialogue, right? So they're walking around, and then, you know, to poop, they just poop standing up. They don't give a fuck, man. They're just like, poop. Let's see. Chris says some Decidin for diaper wrap. Oh man, Adam says that's
diaper genie. He needs
that's not powder. That's salt he received in the mail. Adam says no ifs, ands, or sticky butts. Oh my God, man. That's too funny. Why is that? Adam's on a roll. He says, why is that talcum powder brown?
It's natural talcum powder.
Victor War said he just gave you another good soundbite. He said he loves a good asshole. That's why I get on with everyone. Oh, man. Drifter War. Somebody clip that out for me, please, and send it to me and save me the indignity of listening to that asshole. Somebody please send me that.
He loves a good asshole. That's why
That's why I get on with everyone. You know why? Because
he gets along with Lynn because he left the asshole.
he gets along with everyone because of this Drifter Wars.
Yeah, the fucking Costco hot dogs are pretty fucking good, man. You get a nice long one, man.
Chris says he needs his butt washed. He needs his butt washed. Well, that's because of this.
Because he does the finger bang.
Sandra says he thinks honey buns are sticky butts. Oh my God, Sandra
goes into the store holding a bag of honey buns. Sir, my buns are sticky.
You know what?
You know how everything is mine. You know, anything he has is holding it. It's mine. My house. My business. Yeah, my buns are sticky.
Dougie, I think I got my next commercial thanks to Sandra. Oh, Sandra, I owe you one on that one, man. I'm gonna do that right after we get off the air here. I'm gonna have one ready to go for Monday. We're all going to hell, but funnies, really. Yes, CBM. We're all going to hell, man, for sure. Well, I mean, when you got sound bites like this,
I feel like my butt is like extra sticky from that.
And now the honey, I didn't even make the connection with the honey bun, Sandra. Oh man, that I even snorted. It was that funny.
Okay. Get ready to play that part again, right?
Okay.
Right after this.
Okay, go ahead.
What does DOA say?
I feel like my butt is like extra sticky from that.
No, it's like what does Scott say after a night with Bubba?
I feel like my butt is like extra sticky from that.
Well, you could interchange that. You could say, so hey Slappy, how was last night with Bubba?
My butt hurts.
Hey, well, look, you could interchange it with this one too. Hey, Slappy, how was last night with Bubba?
I need my face washed. I need my face washed.
That's got pepper spray. That's because Bubba's friend pepper sprayed him.
Hey, Slappy. Hey, Slappy. How was last night with Bubba?
I feel like my butt is like extra sticky from that.
Hey, so what is the rumor about Bubba that's been going around, Slappy?
Yeah, the fucking Costco hot dogs are pretty fucking good, man. You get a nice long one, man.
What's up, Sheila? All I'm doing is throwing shade at the TV. We are 10 now. Look, CBF, come on. I mean, we have to have a second to laugh at this shit, man. It's just way too funny and too easy, man.
I mean, if you're not laughing at it, then it's too serious, man. And his shit is serious enough. I couldn't do this if we couldn't laugh at him.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it every day without being able to laugh. It would be too much.
What is this one? I forgot what this clip. Oh, are you an idiot, Slappy?
I prefer to be an idiot.
Oh, you prefer to be an idiot. Wow, I did not know that. Are you getting ready for prison? Are you like getting into shape there, Slappy?
I'm just so out of shape. It's my fault. It's my fault.
Oh, okay. Well, we kind of knew that. Are you?
Eating all those Big Macs and quarter pounders and
Yeah.
Extra large fries and the extra large Cokes. Oh no, Diet Cokes because he's on a diet.
Oh man, that's so stupid. Laughing till I'm crying. Sheila says, Boss Talks asked him if he was going to get boobs tattooed on his back when he goes to prison. Oh man. Boobs on his back, Stinky Cat. Oh my god, I can't even. CBF says, I'm the grumpy one, you know that. Where's my ruler? Knuckles are getting whacked.
CBF, don't bring that stuff out. I went to school at a Catholic private school, and yeah, my knuckles got smacked all the time.
Sandra says he said he lost 25 pounds. He must have pooped that day.
There's no way he's lost 25 pounds, my ass.
Yeah, exactly.
No way. Yeah, he had a bowel movement. He lost 25 pounds.
Hey, Slappy, how did you lose 25 pounds?
My butt hurts.
Oh man, I can't with this guy, man. He's just so stupid, man. And of course he's live when I go live. Why wouldn't he be, man? So stupid.
And he doesn't want to watch us.
Yeah. It's too much for him. Too much truth.
He's scared of us. He's chicken of us.
Look at this. Sheila says he had to announce to everyone that he took a shower this morning.
Because it's a rarity. That's like big news. I took a shower this morning, guys.
Oh, look at this. Religious Bite says he is all about dressing in drag. His words. I think I still got that picture. Where the fuck is it? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I mean, if you're gonna fucking, be about it, dude.
He's doing it and how he goes about it. Yeah, that's right. My problem.
Right. He does it
in a mocking way and in a way that's a disgrace. Then no, yeah. I got a problem with it.
Well, I mean, he doesn't make a very good-looking woman, Dougie. If you look at this picture, man.
The one where you see him, where he's actually wearing
in drag.
Yeah, and he has the beard and stuff. It's like,
yeah.
It's like seriously, dude. And dude, he was getting a stiffy while he was doing all that, man. He gets into that stuff.
Good SV says, Man Bear Pig is preparing for jail. Drag queen walking. Oh, man.
Oh, Bubba's going to love him, man.
Sandra says,
love him in person.
Yeah, Sandra says, shower because he was at a truck stop he doxed to meet Direwolf and Trucker Girl. Oh, Sandra.
Did he bathe before they showed up? He wanted to be clean.
Yeah, And was he really there to pick up a big check?
He needed the stuff from him, so he wanted to be clean.
Susan P says that pic is scary. It is. It's funny though.
I made that pic.
Yeah, Dougie made that one.
God, that was like in the first month.
Yeah, there was others too where but he didn't strike me. He did a privacy complaint on me, and I took down everything, and I ran out of room. I wanted to put some new memes up like this one, but there was the one where he had dressed up in drag literally, and was doing that whole stick.
I mean, I took down all my videos too on KPL5 fake news channel.
Because
for the same reason, when you got dinged, I was like, because this son of a bitch, I'm not going to play this game with him, and and so we changed up. It's like, look, dude, We're not like you. We don't keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. It's like, man, we the flow, man. Whatever it is, that's what it is.
Yeah. Drifter War says he was planning on dressing in drag and impersonating the Valley Girl, but Sandra talked him out of it. I would have loved that. That would have been awesome. We could add at least another week or two of content on that. Adam says shower shank redemption. Oh man. Fucking Adam, man. Well, Dougie.
Imagine Chumley having to climb out that sewer pipe. He would have got stuck in there. They would have had to rescue him out. They'd have to bring a crane and cut the section of pipe out and haul him out. He just looked like a beach dwell going through a tube, man. That's what.
Can you imagine that going through a tube? And that ain't too far off, right there. That
and dude, you know what the warden would do if he knew that Lee was stuck in the shit tube. He'd be telling the guys, hang on, I gotta use the toilet first.
Oh, check this out, Dougie. Sheila says he's upset ex-Scientologist won't do a news conference when he wins his court case. Oh,
he wants everybody to do a news conference about him when he's been trashing and destroying anything about them, and he expects them to honor him by doing a. Is he serious? What drugs is he on right now?
Yeah. Susan P says the poor person that had to clean that shower. Keeper of the List says truck stops. I think about the Ben Stiller movie, something about Mary when he picks up the hitchhiker. Oh, well, here's him at the podium at a press conference, Dougie.
And then I was like, I came out, I was like, I was just gonna stand up and shout. And then I was like, I'd like to do a little like recon to see how everyone's feeling, if there's anybody live, if they're getting ready to be live. And I started talking to that dude about the Trump sign, and he showed me, he got on the mainstream with it already. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna like double around. And then I was like, I saw the whole stand of microphones. I was like, no one's gonna fucking stop me, man. Like, and if anyone even tries to stop, because the microphone, no one owns that. Like, that's something I learned out in DC. Like, just one of the media person sets up one of the mainstream sets it up, and they all like attach their microphones to it. So it's not really anyone's microphone. So
you kind of get it, but he's just very calculating there when he said he didn't have time to think about that. He didn't have but a few seconds. But in that, he talks about how he walked around and it was all calculated, and I mean, what a fucking maroon, man. He's so
no, they're not owned by anybody. But a news crew will put that up. They'll put that up for everybody else to use. So there, you just contradicted yourself. Nobody owns that, but they do. Whatever news company put that up for everybody else to stick their stuff on it, it's owned by somebody.
LA Dev says he wants CNN to cover it. Yeah, right. Club Brain Fog. Yeah, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he wants everybody. Adam Carmona says, I need my reputation washed. I need my
face washed. I need my face washed.
What, Dougie?
I said we're covering him. Isn't that good enough?
Yeah, I mean, KPL5 might be there, so. Club Brain Fog says he was probably pissed he didn't go viral. Yeah. Nobody owns the microphones, Drifter War says. I think what he was trying to say, Drifter War, he can never get his thoughts out completely because he's a fucking scatterbrained drug addict, allegedly.
And when you do whippets and boof, what do you think's going to be left of your brain?
Right. So I think what he was trying to say is that nobody owns that space at the podium. So anybody could go up, even though it was specifically there for all the media to have the lawyer for Nick Reiner speak at that podium.
It's like it's free for any news media to put their mic up there. That's a free thing. It doesn't mean like it's not owned or anything. It just means they're free. Like, let's say a big news company comes up there and they set up their stand and everything. They'll set it up to where there's room for other mics because other people are going to do it, and they do that so that their mic isn't so overcrowded, so they know.
Yeah, you're breaking up there, Dougie. Can you hear me? Can y'all in chat hear me? Might be me. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Oh, fuck. We might have lost myself or Dougie. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Let's see. What does Dougie say? Oh, we can't hear you, Dougie. I don't know if you have to. I don't know if it's your internet connection or something, but yeah. Okay. Well, let's get Dougie back here, and then we'll end things. Doug's gone. He'll be back. MLH is fine. Okay, very good. No Doug. Okay. Good. It's not me. Earlier it was me. I was like, what the fuck? I keep saying it, but it's always true. He hasn't garnered an inch of national coverage in 2 years. Adam, that is true. Let's see if we got Dougie back. Hey, Dougie, are you here? No, Dougie. We cannot hear you. Your mic battery must have died, Dougie. Try plugging your mic back in, man. No, it's not broke, CBF. It's brand new. When I was a supporter, Drifter Wars says he was talking about a Netflix movie. Oh, yeah, I heard that, Drifter Wars. I suggested Jack Black could play his part if he put on some weight. I got blocked for some reason, Drifter Wars says. Oh, man. Well, I mean, he thinks he's going to be a big star. Let's see. Dougie, can we hear you now? No Dougie. No Dougie still. What'd you do, Dougie? Did you break your mic? Oh, he's out again. Okay. We'll wait for him to get back. I think it's just a matter of a setting or something. Look, we tested it for 2.5 hours. It was fine. So, it's all good in the hood. It's almost over, y'all. I doubt very seriously. I think I'm with Nannies. There's no plea deal on the offering. If it is, it's something that he doesn't want. And he's going to have to go to trial for it. So, it is what it is. Let's see. Let me see if I can get a hold of Dougie on the phone here. You restarting? Let's see. Oh, that was Bernie that just texted me. Can't wait to get off so we can have a nice night together. Yeah, me too. You guys are pulling a Becky. I know, CBF. I know. Sorry. Okay, he's restarting, so we'll wait for him to get back. Hold on, let me just reply to him so he's not left hanging. Okay, there we go. Dougie says he's a survivalist. He will find his way back to us. Yes, good. He will for sure. No, we're just gonna wait for Dougie. We'll get some not final thoughts because this is not a DT, but I don't want to leave Dougie hanging. He was awesome here. We talked about a bunch of stuff. I do want to remind you all that I will be talking about something on Monday to begin the show. I was quite frankly kind of pissed off at something, and I will call it a night, CBF, here in just a second. So just letting you guys know, you guys don't want to miss Monday's show. At the beginning of the show, I will be taking a few minutes to vent a little bit of my frustration. I tried really, really hard on something, and well, you guys will hear me on Monday. So please join me Monday for that particular stream. I'm going to try to get an ad done right after this. I got to go get Bernie in about an hour or so. Maybe I can get the ad done. Let's see here. Oh, now Becky is texting me. Let's see. All right. I took care of Becky there. All right. We'll just wait for Bernie. Good says Bernie was having way too many laughs here. Sorry, but you need to wait a few more minutes. We love you, Bernie. Yeah, just a couple more minutes, Bernie. She gets off in about an hour anyway, so I'm going to try to get off the air here as soon as Dougie gets back on. I don't want to leave him hanging. You better call it out. Oh, her working, not you. Yeah, not me. This is my full-time gig, CBF. This is what I do for a living. Bernie has her own career. She's she's an executive now, CBF. I know that's, man, from where she came from, CBF, all the way to now, she's come a long way. You know, she doesn't quite have the executive money yet, but that's coming soon. And you know, I'll be traveling with her. So DT will have like a off-on schedule in the near future. I don't quite know when, but we will be traveling. I'll be basically her assistant, non-paid assistant, but at least I get to travel and stuff. I will take my computer, and if I have Wi-Fi, then you know, we'll be able to you know, you know, act accordingly and try to get on the air with all you guys. She let MVP have it last night. Good. I heard about it. Yeah, I want to. I eventually want to know about it and hear it. You know, it's always good when the lady is the boss. CVF says, "Yeah, Becky was great last night." I have to listen to it, y'all. I don't always have time to listen to everything, but I do want to listen to that. You know, I think that's pretty important, and obviously, I'm gonna support it. Shit. Okay, it's gonna end. Let me know if I can help. All right. She gave it to David B. Good. I'm going to talk to her later and find out. I didn't hear anything, Sandra, but I'll listen to it. So, like I said, make sure that you guys join Monday. I will try to have an ad out. Sandra, you're going to have to email me. Oh, it's the honey buns. Okay. I got it. I'm going to try to do that ad instead of honey buns, sticky butts. You know, that would be really fun. So I think we'll do that. And that'll be easy enough for me to do. I can probably get it done in about an hour. But hey, everybody that joined today, I know this is a Saturday. Too much butt talk breaks mine. It didn't break mine, CBF. I got a solid one. No, I think there's just something wrong with his drivers. It's just not recognizing his mic. So I don't know what's going on there, CBF, but you know, I'll try to help him out the best that I can. I told him the best thing he could do is switch to Mac, but you know, he don't want to listen to me. But anyways, I just want to thank everybody that joined here today. I know this was an impromptu testing stream for the most part. And for the most part, it worked, but now I don't know what's going on. Let's see. I'll call him after. Okay. I'll probably have to do my ad a little bit later tonight because it's getting too close to getting Bernie. But look, I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank everybody that joined live today. CBF, Sandra Good, Brandon was in there, Adam Carmona, Stinky Cat for sure, LA Deb, Rib Guy, Sheila, Poet, Chris on the drums, Drifter Wars, Susan P, of course, the lovely Susan P, Sheila, Keeper, Religious Bites, and everybody else in between. If I miss saying hi to you, I do apologize. But look, I really, really appreciate the support. To come out on your Saturday and spend 2.5 hours with me and Dougie is just something really, really special. And, you know, I hope you guys had a bit of fun at the end there. Mostly, like I said, this was a testing stream. But I'm glad we got to laugh a little bit because that's kind of what it's all about, right? I appreciate all of you. I adore most of you. If you guys want to just drop a line to me and say hi, I mean, it's cool. You know, MexicanLonghair@gmail.com. You know, I know I try to be the rock for you, but sometimes some of you are rocks for me. And that's really, really appreciated. And I really, really appreciate it. Southern Yankee, I forgot you. As always, thank you, my dear. You are fantastic. This life was exceptional. Haven't laughed so hard in a long time. I know it's good to laugh. You know, today was fun. MLH, hearing you and Dougie cracking up made my day today. Chat, thank you. We all have a great day. Look, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Stinky Cat, same thing. Thank you. You guys are what makes this run, right? I appreciate all the support on all the shows that I do here. You know, I know all of you can't be there all the time, but even the replay crew, I thank you all so much. I mean, it means a whole hell of a lot to come on to these things, and you know, whether it's monetary or you guys just being in there, you know, it just means the world to me, and I couldn't do it without all you guys and obviously my other panelists. But I appreciate you guys more than you know, and my mods. I know CBF was in there holding it down today. Cricket and Buttercup and Fuzzy, I know wasn't here for this one, but Fuzzy's a mainstay, and Batty, and even from time to time Ellie and stuff. You know, I can't thank you guys enough. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you know, you guys stick with us till the end of this thing, and which I think is near. I don't think it's too much longer. So real quickly, the schedule: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Obviously, you guys know. No grinders next week, so I'll be taking Friday evening off. And then we circle back to the comment show on Saturday. And then you never know. You might see me in between times with K Dot or you know, whatever. Club Brain Fog says nothing like hearing a good laugh snort. I did that a couple of times, didn't I, CBF? You know, just hope you enjoy that. You know, it's really cool. It's really cool to be able to entertain you all. It's an honor. It's a privilege. It's fun. It's exciting. Sometimes it's maddening. But you know, we did it together here. So thank you guys so much for joining. I'll see you guys on Monday. And if you're struggling with your mental health, please reach out to somebody that you know, love, and trust. In lieu of that, my email is mexicanlonghair@gmail.com. Not a psychiatrist, psychologist, or a counselor, but I do listen. Sometimes that helps. But if I don't get back to you in a timely fashion, just remember, somebody out there thinks you are their favorite. Hold on to that thought. It could save your life. There is a hotline you can dial in North America, 988. Dial that number or text it, either or. 988lifeline.org is the website you can go to. If you're not in North America, type in your browser choice mental health help. Click on any of those options. They'll help you out. Just say hey. You know, I mean, even if you have no problems and you just want to say hey, you know, nice to talk to you or whatever. If you've never emailed me before, plenty of you have, but you know, all that stuff. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, everybody.